Come on. It's Fastbreaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast break. We on the break, it's fast break. Let's go. It's only right. Whoa. Yeah. Hey. Hey.
Shout out NBA Jello Ball. NBA Jello.
Hey. Woo. Hey, Paul, should we remix this?
You said what?
Should we remix this?
New intro? No, I'm playing.
I gotta find the beat though. I don't know if the beat is up. Because even on streaming,
You can recreate
the audio quality.
You can
doesn't sound
recreate
that
it.
great. Like you could tell they were like, "Oh, we gotta put this on streaming right now."
Nah, they didn't master that. They didn't.
Nah,
that is purely the mix. that is purely the mix.
They use Lander real quick.
I heard Mello produced it also, so you can't let him out produce you. You can make that beat.
Nah, he didn't make that.
OD.
Bro, check the credits. Lonzo wrote it, Jello performed it, and Mello produced it.
What does produce mean? Produce has a lot
Fruity
of-
Loops.
I don't know.
Fruity Loops is what that means.
That's funny.
Man,
all in the
hey,
family.
Lamar was right, man. What can I say?
Hey, man.
Oh no, I lied. Jello produced it.
Of course, I know LaMelo not. LaMelo is focused on ball fully.
Don't do
Lamar
that.
focused
Don't
on
do
doing
that.
something
Don't do
wrong.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Nah,
do
hold
that.
on.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Nah, that was a guard.
Don't
That
pit
was a
those.
baller.
Don't pit those black men against each other like that.
No. He
my
said
God,
he's
I can't
focused
even
on
think
ball. And come on, man. He's focused
And let's
on
be real. Let's be real. Melo is the least focused in life of the three of them. Don't do that.
No, I don't know if that's true. The
But
things
he-
I
but
see
He
him
is
doing
naturally
in the game-
talented. He is
The
just the
thing-
most naturally talented. That's all.
The things I see that boy do in the game are crazy.
I'm so happy you said it in the game.
What else was I gonna say? What else was I gonna say? Hey, hold on, man.
Anyway, yeah. Wake it up. Let me intro this pod real quick. I feel like it's been a minute. I don't know why. It's only been a week, but I feel like it's been a minute. Fast Breaks
This has
family.
been the longest week ever, bro.
Nah, facts. Fast Breaks family, you know who it is. You know this voice when it's coming to you live and direct. It is Ro, the hostess with the mostest, and you know this. To my right, the man, the myth, the legend, the writer, the savant, King Dre. Above him, we call that man Coach Paul, PRR Sports 1995. And to his left, Alan, the man with the plan. And don't we stand? Give him a hand.
Hey.
And we go. We are a little ensemble that goes by the moniker Fast Breaks. Can I get a rebound off the backboard? Outlet! Yeah,
Hey, hey, hold on.
you had time to reload your board, but not make our new intro. That's what you had time to do.
That's been there. That's been there. Don't
That's
worry.
what we had time to do.
New intro coming next week.
Okay, yeah, all right.
That's what you said last week. Hold on, man.
What?
You gotta be honest with the people. What's
That's
going
what
on?
I
here?
said last week. I was too
That's
ambitious,
a
I
fact.
guess. I was
Oh,
expecting
you're
too much.
right.
I was expecting too much of our IT department.
All
right, fellas,
this man's a legend.
We're gonna get right into it. I know I say this every week, but this might be a shorter pod. I'm sure me and Paul will find something to argue about in minute 45 that turns
we
into
always
90
do.
minutes.
But not to cut you off before we go, and I know you're gonna do it.
Not to cut me off, but you're gonna cut me off.
No, just to say a word for everyone going through something in California right now, Los Angeles area, burning homes. We're just you're in our prayers. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and the families and all those who are affected. It's a terrible situation. If you happen to have family out there, our hearts are with you. If you can, I don't even know if there are causes to donate, but I'm sure there are.
There are.
And if you can,
we encourage you if you're able to. More than just various communities. I mean, there's cultural institutions in some of these neighborhoods that are burning down. Like, yes, it's the homes, and we pray for that. But I mean, the entire fabric of lifestyle for some of these neighborhoods is gone. Rec centers, churches, schools, hospitals. I mean, every aspect of civil society in some of these neighborhoods is gone. So the rebuild is not just, I mean, we were praying for the displaced people, but once, those people get on their feet, those that are able to, there's a long process after this, right? That involves, individuals, but also, the state, the city, the way resources are going to get allocated. So and obviously politically, for this to happen at a time of transition, there's a lot of uncertainty about how those things are going to go, how those decisions are going to be made. So it's going to be a difficult time on a variety of levels and from a variety of angles. So I encourage you to look into that if you are someone that's looking to help as well. Obviously help the individuals, help the families, but if you can, look, there's a variety of causes that you can contribute to help these neighborhoods put themselves back together. I gotta pick up the vibe after that. Any other words for West Coast, the whole LA area?
No, just prayers. Maybe later, maybe later we could post on the social media like the link to something too. Maybe
that's a great idea.
We post something.
LA, this for you.
Yeah.
I know you played this New Orleans song.
One last thing about
Chino Hills.
One last thing about LA. I also encourage everyone to do research about why the fires happen and everything. There's a lot of misinformation going on.
About crazy.
AI pictures going up.
Yeah.
Y'all seen the laser picture? That's been crazy.
It's a tough. We live in a tough world of reality, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Perceptions of reality are incredibly divergent, and they're only splitting further and further. I don't know if they still teach in schools, verified sources and how to do proper research and vet the platforms that you're researching on. But if they do, for those of us that did get those lessons in school, this is, we're entering a time where that skill is going to become incredibly important. Understand what .com, .edu, .net, .syz, understand what all that means, understand how to look at a website and understand, what's backing that website and what institution actually supports that. Understand disclaimers. We're not in a world where you could just click links and think that what you're looking at is valid and not even valid anymore. We don't even know if it's real. So, if you're a young person out there, if you're one of our younger listeners, if you're not being taught that in school, as ironic as to say, that's what you need to be looking up as well, how to verify your own information. Don't just rely on the fact checkers. I know Facebook is getting fact checkers now. X has had fact checkers. A lot of that stuff is community-based and peer-based, so you can't trust that. You need to be your own verifiers. Even the news, without politicking us out, do your own research. Even if you watch the news, read newspapers. I was always taught to read multiple newspapers, not just to lean into one publication. Read magazines, read scholarly articles. Do what you can to edify yourselves. All right.
And last thing.
Go ahead.
Now you go first.
No, go ahead because I'm gonna close it.
No, okay. And I was also gonna say because I've been seeing a lot of, and obviously I've spoken about my faith on here. I've seen a lot of people post some very nasty things talking about how God is judging those people over there. That, and this is a time to repent. First and foremost, every day is a day to repent for all those listening, those who are faithful. But more than that, if you actually believe that there is a reason that God is doing this to other people, don't sit there and snicker and laugh and say, well, they should have done this. Pray for those people. They need help. And God's not laughing to the fact, if he is passing judgment, he's not laughing and smiling about it either. So seriously, now's not a time to be laughing and thinking or just not taking it seriously. Pray, and encourage, give if you can, do your own research, verify.
And I just want to amplify that message to all, whatever it is you put your faith in and you believe in. This is the time to invest in that. You know, we're all welcome and inclusive here. But at the end of the day, you know, if all else fails, just swerve him in that corner.
Hey man, Zion just came back and got suspended.
Now this one, he's gonna have to pay us.
Before we get into that, fellas, was Cavs Thunder the best game of the year so far? We've been doing a lot of quality control analysis of the NBA this year. Was that the best game of the year so far?
I feel like the Cavs have been involved in at least two of the best games this year. That one, and I think Cavs Thunder was also Cavs Celtics was also really good, if I don't remember correctly.
That was probably the last regular season game where I was like, this is what I want to see. This is high, you know. Regular season matchups, man, they mean something. These are, you know, those four, you know, the Cavs, Celtics, and Thunder are teams that we're expecting things from in the playoffs. I feel like it's not where it needs to be yet, but I feel like the NBA might find, and its media partners might finally be getting the Shai memo. Have y'all noticed that last week and a half?
Yes.
I think, but you know what's unfortunate about it? I think it's because socials, like we talked about last time or 2 times ago, I think it's because socials finally pushing him.
Yeah, probably. The people want to see him. But the thing is, I've seen so many clips about Shai this week. I've seen, like, there's no player with greater aura than him, things like that. He's the MVP.
Yeah, sad, but it's responsible.
You know what I'm saying?
He better get an MVP.
But here's the thing. I said this last week. I questioned this, and we could talk about it slightly more. But I said, why isn't Shai the face of the league?
How long? I've been saying this since the end of last season.
Why isn't it him? He's got everything. That man is Kobe-esque.
See,
so before we get into the game, let's talk about that. Before we get into the game,
that's what I'm trying to say. This is the problem.
What's the
problem? Exactly.
Hold on. I'm not saying.
Hey, one at a time.
Sorry, I'm not saying he's Kobe. I'm saying in the fact of like cultural significance, being a pop icon, kind of like MJ and Kobe were.
I don't even think he's all
that. No,
he's got the captions. He's obviously cool enough that young people are posting him a lot. Right?
Can I reword what you're saying? Because I think there's a miscommunication. So I don't think we're saying he has that and he's giving you that. I think, listen, with all those guys, you know, there's a baseline of what they have to offer, and then I've continuously said, there's a collaboration with the NBA and with the media that sort of empowers them to jump to that next level of stardom. I think what me and Dre are saying is that we believe Shai is ready and has the capacity, but the NBA hasn't invested in him so that he can grow to the next level. He doesn't have the platform, right? Like at the end of the day, MJ and Kobe and LeBron and all those guys, while they have done what they've done with the platform, they had to get the platform first, right? Like if they never got interviewed, if they never did specials, if they never got the media spots, if they never got the commercials, we wouldn't know how good at that aspect of being a star athlete they were, because we would have never seen them in that environment. We would have never seen them with those opportunities. We would have never gotten some of the most iconic pop culture moments from them if the camera wasn't on them. So what we're saying is we believe Shai has shown enough. He has shown enough tidbits to say, let's put him in that spot to see what he does. Now, if he gets in that spot and it doesn't work, then I think you guys can be right in saying he's not like that. I think we're saying, why of all the young players in the league, Why isn't he one of them who they're giving a chance to see if he becomes like that?
You know what your problem is? You think the NBA puts people there. They don't. The
But
people
they
gravitate.
do.
They
But
don't, though. They absolutely, positively don't. What happens is the people gravitate to certain players, and then the NBA does what they can to amplify it.
So you know what? So you know what I'm going to say? No, because Paul, I'll stop you there because I agree with you. But you know what I'm going to say then again, and this may be a new perspective for me, because we did say 2 times ago that the NBA is responsive, right? I think then part of the failure, I don't think they recognize the fanfare that this guy actually has.
No. Y'all gassing it. That's why.
No, because we're seeing it now, and they're only just now responding to it. Shai has what the youth are looking for out of a superstar.
Agreed.
And he fits the cleanness that they hope for.
And from a basketball perspective, do you know he's number 1 in MVP voting right now? And his team is the number 1.
Beyond that, we're talking about feelings about him, right?
No, I know. But we're talking about players gaining that platform themselves. He's doing it. He's doing it, and there's gravitation towards him. So I don't understand how you can be so easy to be like, y'all are wrong.
It's starting. You could say it's potentially starting, but what we can't say is that it's there the way it should be for the NBA to push him as a face. Because at the end of the day, and I keep saying this, it is the quest for greatness that makes the player the face of the NBA. And right now, we do not see anybody taking that mantle. If LeBron was 15 years younger and was the face of the NBA will be in a great spot. Because you know why? You have so many different stars in the league that you could say, oh, they could be going for that spot. But what you have right now is a bunch of people going for a vacant spot. And every year, a different person is winning the chip.
But that's can I ask a question? Because I agree with all that.
If you want to elevate somebody to the face of the NBA, the face of the NBA is a person that's on a quest for all-time greatness, like Kobe, Michael, LeBron, like the best ever.
Let me just
Alan, get in here.
Because that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, when we think about the faces of the league, and I only thought about this more because a couple pods ago we had a mini conversation about this, and you mentioned certain names, and it got me thinking that, like, in order to be the face of the league, much to like what Paul is saying, you have to be damn near like a potential goal. You have to either come with that potential or quickly play your way through it, which is why we see players like Kobe and Anthony Edwards. They find their way into the league, and people try to push them to be the face of the league because they play their way into it. Other players like MJ, Magic, and them, they kind of already have it coming like before they get to the league because people just think they have the potential. But my overall point is like
because of what they did in college, but that's no longer a thing because players aren't actually building any legacy in college.
Yeah, but I'm talking about. Wait, hold on, I'm not done. But what I'm talking about is potential, like, go. You see him, but then, like, they come into the league with all this potential and expectation. People came in with Michael Jordan is going to be one of the best players ever. LeBron James, obviously, people were saying he was going to be the greatest of all time. I think that has to be kind of like one of the primary factors. When I look at someone like Shai, he's been playing great, but I think this is going to be like his max like place. He's going to be like maybe best player in the league potentially. That's too.
Why do we think so?
I'll say this.
Wait, because we just did YouTube. I just want to respond to both things you said.
Yeah.
Remember what I said? What's funky about this time, right? Because the timelines for what y'all are saying to happen have always gone a certain way. Because even though those guys come with those expectations, which I do think you're right that we haven't had people come in with those expectations yet. I think even when they do, they don't get the spot until a certain point, and usually there isn't a vacancy, right? There's usually the last guy who has it usually is still going strong until that young guy gets to that point, right? Like when Kobe came into the league as a rookie and had all these expectations and projections on him, it was 96. Michael was in the middle of his run, right? Same thing with LeBron. When LeBron came into the league at 2003 with all the expectations, Kobe was still running things. And so it wasn't until LeBron was ready, that we needed someone to step up, right? Until about 08, 09, Kobe was still winning rings. Kobe won 2 rings after LeBron won his first MVP, right? So the usually the young guy gets the time to get to the space, and this is what I've always been saying. I think I'm saying it better now. By the time the young guy is ready, usually then the transition is prime. LeBron has gone so long. His prime run was so extended that he skipped over a generation. There should have been a new face probably from about 2015 to now. That was probably supposed to be Steph. And they tried to do it actually, right? They tried to make Steph the face for the era of 2015, 2016 to now. And LeBron literally refused, which is part of his greatness. That I don't know if we talk about it from that perspective, where the league was ready to move on and say, okay, you did your run, you got 2 in your prime run. This guy's ready now. Steph's ready now. It's gonna be him, and LeBron took it back from him. That's one of the aspects, basketball aside, that why I think 2016 is such an amazing championship, because it wasn't just the overcoming the on the court odds. From a legacy standpoint and from an NBA standpoint, LeBron literally took the NBA back from Steph. The league had given it to him. The league had given Steph the league, and LeBron took it back. The fallout of that is Steph's run now gets put in under LeBron. Yeah. And we just look at the 20 years as LeBron's run. The problem with that is now when we enter this new era, the guy who is no longer still in a run or even like towards the back end of the prime. He's fully almost done. But the young guys who would take it from this generation, they're not ready yet. No, but let me finish. To y'all guys' point, they're not ready yet. But I think because of that, because we're seeing the transition being needed, so now we're looking at these guys who it's gonna be them, and we're evaluating them as if they should be ready to take it now. And I think that's what's unfair. We got to look at how young. We got to look at how young Shai is, how young Tatum is, how young Shai.
That's the problem.
No, but hold on, how young. But here's the thing: we have to deal with the moment.
No.
We have to deal with the moment. Wait, let me finish.
No.
I'll let you go. Let me finish. We have to deal with the moment. We are in the point of the timeline that we are in. Unfortunately, because LeBron prolonged it, the guys who need to take it aren't at a spot that we're used to seeing the guy who takes it be at. But that doesn't mean we can't look at those guys and say and look and be clear that it's going to be them. Now, does anyone fit the prototypical mold that Alan was talking about in terms of expectations from the jump? No, but that also is because the way players enter the league now has completely changed, right? We don't get the high school phenoms anymore because of the 1-year rule. But then also on the other side, because of the 1-year rule, we don't get any guys that have college legacy. So it's actually incredibly hard to come into the league with a Kobe-like presentation or with a LeBron-like presentation or with a Michael-like presentation. Those 3 guys, right? Or Magic, right? 2 of those guys had college success talking about going to the finals. Michael won it, right? Magic 4 years, got to the finals, lost to Bird, obviously. Or did he beat Bird? I can't remember. Did he beat Bird in college or did he lose to Bird? Magic.
I think he beat him in college.
Magic 4-year player and then beats Bird in college for a chip, comes into the league with legacy already, right? Michael, same thing. 4 years, he wins a chip, he comes into the league with legacy, right? Kobe and LeBron, that was the new version of it. High school they were the high school phenom era, right? High school players that are so good they're NBA ready. If you're a high school player that's so good you're NBA ready, people are going to look at you like you must be a GOAT. If by 18 we believe you're a professional already and a top 10 draft pick, let alone number 1, you're going to come in with GOAT expectations. There's no pathway for any player right now to follow either of those molds. No one is staying 4 years, let alone winning. The guys that win college chips are not NBA stars. The guys that are winning college.
Brunson, hold on.
But look how long it took him to be a star. So my point still stands, right? Fair. The guys that no one was jacking when Jalen Brunson got drafted because we have to go to Drake because you 2 went before me.
Oh my
God, that's a fact.
I'm gonna be quick. You gotta be organized.
Go ahead.
the guys that are winning college championships are on teams that are usually 4-year guys, which means they're not getting drafted top 10. So the guys that are winning chips, they're not building any legacy that is marketable or matters coming into the draft. They're low draft guys. The guys that are getting drafted top 10 played a year in college, probably had some good highlights, and their team probably didn't do much. And it's past their high school year, so no one's jacking that their high school performance was anything that's going to make them a GOAT like. So all the guys that are coming in with any hype, they're all coming in as like, they're all potential. There's no way to build the level of hype around the 4 guys we use as an example. So we have to look at the difference. There's no one coming in. It's literally impossible to come in of the stature that you're looking for. And then we're in a moment in the timeline of the eras where the guy whose crown it's on right now is done. We need to move it from him. But he stayed so long that the next era, they haven't finished cooking yet. But we got to look at those guys, and we got to see which one of them they are, even though they're not at the stage of their career that we typically pass it on to. We can't keep it on LeBron for four more years because these guys aren't at the level we're typically used to seeing the face at. We got to look at the NBA and go, the NBA is in a special moment where the face of the league we might be a guy earlier in his journey than usually the face of the league is. That's just a fact of where we are in the situation. Dre?
So I have 2 things. Number one, SGA is 26 years old. He's number 1 in MVP voting. He's the number 1.
When did LeBron win his first chip?
27. That's exactly my point.
But it's not about the chip. But finish your point.
Yeah, my point.
Sorry,
it's
not first chip.
about the chip.
First MVP. I said chip. I meant MVP. When did he win his first MVP?
24th. No, 25? He was young. He was very young. I think he was 5 years in the league. It was 2000. I'll pull it up right now. Actually, you pull it up. I'm going to finish my point. My point is, SGA right now, if he wins MVP, he's in the exact, and he finishes number 1 seed, he's in the exact position that LeBron was in when these talks about him becoming the face of the league were starting. That's number 1. Number 2, even if all together, it's in a quantum in a vacuum because the person, the stereotypical mold that we were talking about, is somebody having hype. We actually do have a player in the league that falls on, and it's Wemby. I don't think I know that's down the road. So we're in this weird, and my point is we're in this weird gap year that we've never really had before.
Exactly.
All the old expectations, we kind of got to go out the window on them.
Yes.
Right? And I don't think it's necessary. Pharaoh and I are putting out someone we think it should be based on what this person's putting out now, based on the kind of player they're putting out, based on what kind of gravity they have, right? And for all those factors, I think SGA is a great pick, right? If Anthony Edwards were still able to cook right now, which even though I think he's still shooting number 1 3-point percentage in the league, but his team's suffering. If he was in a better position right now, he's young. He's 20. I think he's 23.
Yeah, man. He's not done yet. Right?
If it's not SGA, then the only other player it could possibly be, and Paul's going to hate this, is Jason Tatum, who's 27.
And won his first chip.
The only thing
to Paul's point, the fans don't gravitate to him, and that's unfortunate.
Right. So the only person logically can be right, unless we're going to say it's Jokic, right? The only person it could possibly be right now who has the spot, who has the positioning, who has the aura, who has the gravity. Right now, it looks like SGA. Does that mean that's definitive by the end of the year? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. But looking at on January 11th, 2025, everything that's happening in the league, because this is his second year as a number 1 seed, by the way. And he's doing it with his big man hurt. He's playing fantastic basketball. He's also probably going to be the scoring champ again, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he's in a position to do all the things that we are looking for a best player in the league to be doing and a face of the league to be doing. And to say we don't know if this guy's chasing greatness, I don't know that you watch him play and can't say he's not chasing greatness.
Yeah, I want to know how y'all define that. How do y'all define someone? Yeah, can you answer our question directly? How do you define?
Maybe I misunderstood, but
how do you define a player that we can see is chasing greatness? What are the?
I'll tell you right now.
What are the tangibles?
I have been waiting. Please, Alan, Hold on.
I'll
This-
let you know the
Now
point.
the
but
definition, so he
All right,
should
go
be
ahead,
the
go
person to
ahead.
say
I'm
it.
gonna take
No, let Paul go.
No. I just want to clarify one thing. I don't think he's not chasing greatness. It's about whether he is that great. That's why I wanted to clarify.
But
And
okay,
Paul, you
I'm
go.
glad you said that because that is exactly what I'm saying. Usually, we get the player who's getting the crown has had the chance to begin to answer that question in their career, and it's been enough of a yes, whether they've won the chip or not, that we feel comfortable giving it to him. I think the transition is needed, unfortunately, premature before these guys have even had the chance to answer that question yet. And we have to deal with that. That just is what it is. We have to put it on a guy while he answers the question.
No. Listen, first of all, Andre, hold on. First of all,
I'm just saying,
Pharaoh,
let him go because he was good. Let him go.
College Pharaoh. Nobody cares. That's the first thing.
That's my point. What do you mean? That's what I said. Is that not what I said?
Andre, you said.
Alan, is that not what I said?
Andre,
You said, but I don't know why you brought it up.
That's literally what I said.
Me and Pharaoh are putting. We're suggesting a player to be the face. Nobody cares. You don't decide that. Pharaoh don't decide that. The people decide that. Right now, right? And here's the next thing.
That's also our point. The people are behind SGA.
Here's the next thing. Right? You talked about Kobe, LeBron, these guys. What you fail to not understand, but what you're forgetting. I know you understand, but you're forgetting is in the time of Kobe, you had Tracy, you had Vince Carter, you had Ray Allen, young Ray Allen. You had different players who were nice. But Kobe set himself apart from them. In the time of LeBron, you had Carmelo, you had Wade, the whole Banana Boat crew. LeBron set himself apart from them.
How?
Right? SGA.
Can you tell me how? Can you tell me how though? Before you tell me how SGA is not doing it, please tell me how.
I will.
No. Before you tell me what SGA is not doing, please define for me what setting apart looks like.
And
so
this
then
is how I'm going to answer your question.
We can at least debate whether SGA is doing that or not. I need to know what you're using.
Right. And this is how I'm going to answer your question about the quest for greatness and how it looks and all of that. Right.
Yes.
Okay. What happened is they made their names in the playoffs. That's how you determine your quest for greatness. Okay. When you are a young player and you're beating, same thing with KD. Oh, he beat Kobe.
Is that not my point?
SGA. Hold on. Right now in this era, let's understand we are in the year 2025, right? We are literally in the middle of the 2020s now. We are in the future. You understand? LeBron James, 20-year run. That he by 2020 or 2021, he kind of was an OG, like officially OG, like we're not contending anymore type of player. He's still nice, but we know the Lakers aren't going to go anywhere, right? From that, you had Devin Booker make a name.
21.
You had Devin Booker make a run at it with Chris Paul. You had Jason Tatum making a name for himself. You have Embiid. You got Luka. You got Andrew Wiggins. You got SGA. You got Ja. You got Tatum. And you got Jaylen Brown. You got so many players who are just nice. They're not. That's it. That's not enough. When you talk about the quest for greatness, you have to set yourself apart. And let's be honest, SGA looks like he can, but so did these other players at one point in their careers too. This is SGA's time. That's how last year. Hold on, wait. That's like how last year was Tatum's time, and before that was Josh's time, or last year you could say it was
Josh's time?
Edward's time. I'm talking about being the guy that the people are gravitating to. There's nobody who's setting themselves apart in the quest for greatness.
Well, hold on, you're talking about two different things now.
Over the era.
Oh, you're talking about two different things.
SGA is not taking over the era.
Paul, let's go. I want to clarify.
But so can the other guys, and we have to allow it to happen. You don't just say.
Hold on, Paul. I'm gonna let you go. Let me clarify you.
Fool the people.
Paul, let me clarify you because you brought up people gravitating and playoff success. Yeah. Which of the ones is the one you actually care about more in terms of separating yourself from the pack? People gravitate
because people forget about you.
So stay right there. So stay right there. That's exactly my point. Is that for a good amount of players, like Kobe, he had early playoff success because he was on a great team, right? So situation plays into it as well. But playoff success typically happens throughout a career as you enter maturity, right?
True.
So SGA has had how many playoff appearances? 1.
Yes.
So to my point, most of these guys have not had the opportunity to do. So we're gonna say it's SGA's fault. He has only been in the playoffs.
I didn't say that, but I'm just saying why.
Oh, wait.
You said they didn't get an opportunity. Why?
Because of their situations and because they're young.
Okay, all right then. So, like I said, what we have seen is a different player for the past 5 years make a good run and then fall off the next year. You've had a different champion every year.
But watch this. But Paul, watch this. What I'm saying is, what me and I don't think you should disagree with us. I think you don't hold the same imperative that me and Dre do. Me and Dre are saying that
I disagree with
you. Shaping the NBA as a brand around a player's journey is an important thing to do. It's an important thing to do. Just because in a transition moment, the guys that we are talking about are not at the same place in their journey as they typically would be, I don't think that is a good reason to say we're not going to shape this league around following one of these guys' journey until one of them gets further. But that's what you're arguing. Ridiculous. You're saying because these guys haven't had the opportunity to do and have some of the moments that
I'm saying nobody is separating themselves.
I agree with you.
Right.
But what I'm saying is
choose somebody though. That's disingenuous.
What I'm saying is but here's the thing. What I'm saying is we cannot apply the same criteria because of the moment we're in. Because you're right. The criteria you're pointing to, no one fits it yet. And I'm saying that doesn't actually speak to how good they are yet. It speaks to where we are at in their careers, right?
I don't know about that. Because who are you?
Now let's have the conversation. No. Yes, I'm glad you said that. So now let's have the conversation. Who's in a point in their career of the crew we're talking about where we can definitively say they've had the chance to show us that they're different than everybody else and they failed?
Wait. As in what? As in like playoff having success. The playoff success?
Who of these young guys has been in the playoffs several times and flamed out?
Well, Tatum had a superstar team last year.
Literally never flamed out in his life. So we don't even bring him up.
He had some bad.
Don't even bring him up. He's literally never flamed out in his entire career.
He's had enough to win a chip.
From the year he got drafted.
He's had enough to win a chip. He's had enough to win a chip. He's had enough to win a chip. Hold on. Let's be clear.
Did he flame out?
All the what is it? Okay, you are trying to pin me to flaming out. I'm saying no. I'm saying you have to tap into something different that nobody has tapped into in this generation. That's what I'm saying. You have to, because every player we name had a team good enough to win a chip. Kobe Bryant separated himself with tapping into something that nobody saw him tapping into.
Winning the chip then.
LeBron going to the finals in 2007 with a team that nobody thought he could take them.
Hold on with the examples, because I'm trying to engage with you. No, because I like your examples. Let me engage with them before you get to 27.
Go ahead. Okay.
Okay. So you said they had teams good enough to win the chip. So is the playoff success you're talking about strictly winning it?
Yeah.
So then give us the real answer. Your real answer is you separate yourself with winning chips, not playoff success. So then having a team good enough to win the chip doesn't matter. Then that's if we're talking. So your playoff success has to be you have to be on a team good enough to win a chip, but winning it doesn't matter.
You see the growth, the pattern that you're talking about.
I'm trying to clarify.
No. The pattern that you said you mentioned, Ro, about following the player's career, right, and growth in their career.
Yeah,
that has to lead to a chip at some
eventually.
Point.
Eventually.
But who is to say that SGA is going to get it? You don't know because he's not showing that he's going to get it.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Let's bring some context to this because SGA, we're talking about. He had one playoff appearance, right? You know what he did? One appearance. They went to the second round.
John got a playoff appearance too.
The Mavericks. Hold on. In that second round against the Mavericks, he averaged damn near 33, 7 and 7 with an incredibly young team for a team, and they lost to the team that actually ended up making the finals.
You think they're gonna win the chip this year?
And Chet Holmgren,
Paul,
was their starting center, was also playing injured and only averaged 15 points because of that injury. And then
gonna win the chip
this entire first half of the season. I don't know what playoff success you're talking about besides winning chips that you're saying that SGA doesn't fit the mold.
So that's what I'm saying, Paul. Just stand on it. You want it to be winning the chip.
That's not the truth.
That's crazy.
That's not the truth.
But Paul, if it's not, hold on, wait, Paul. If it's not winning it, then what can be the success you're talking about? Because everything you're talking about, you get back to winning it. So what is it? What is not winning it? But what you're talking about?
Taking the example I just gave you with everything I just said about SGA, what about that is unsuccessful about the?
Hold on, but do you think
the fact that he didn't win it, right?
Is he going to win the chip this year?
We don't know who's going to win.
Exactly.
Again, you're coming back to winning it. So all you care about is winning it.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Pharaoh literally talks about a player's path and following it. That's playoffs. That's all it is. Hold on. No, I'm talking. Hold on. So when you win, first you get to the playoffs, then you win around, then you see how far you could go. You give you maybe 2 years to see how far you could go. Then once you win the chip, if you're really like that and you're really one of the greatest ever, you win of at least a few.
Again, you're focused on the winning the chip part,
but not right now. And you're telling me to follow. You're telling me the NBA has to follow the SGA's career. Don't be disingenuous because you know what I'm saying. You're talking about following SGA's career, right?
Yes.
Who is to say that SG?
No.
Anthony Edwards.
No. That's not.
Was
I'm not
in
even
the
talking.
Western Conference.
Paul, I'm asking you a question.
Why
I'm
don't we
not
follow
talking about SGA? Paul, I'm not talking about SGA. Paul, get off. Paul, get off the player we're focused on. I'm
not doing that. No, I'm not.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. You're just so ready to argue with me. I'm trying to understand you better. Because when we tell you you're only caring about winning the chip and you say no, our response to that is then please tell us what is the play. Listen to the question because I think that's the problem. What is the playoff success that separates someone if it's not winning the chip? What is that?
It's the path.
I don't understand.
Be more specific, brother. What is the actual success that separates them?
Why are you?
Is it getting to the conference finals?
Why are you acting like a player doesn't have a path towards winning a chip? Like the team has to get nice enough.
My question is not rhetorical. I'm actually asking you. You're taking my question as if I have the answer in my head already, and I'm trying to get you to say it. I'm literally trying to find out what your answer to the question is.
But I said it multiple times.
No, you keep saying winning the chip, and you keep saying winning.
You're ignoring my path word. The same word y'all be disingenuous right now.
What's the path?
Let Alan jump in.
Let me go for like. But just give me a few minutes so I can
please help us. I'm lost.
But I'm not sure if I'm just gonna say my point because I'm not sure if my point.
Yeah, you answer the question. Maybe we can work with you actually answering the question.
Like I'm not sure if my point. You tell me if my point is the same as yours, Paul, because like I feel like we're delineating a little bit. But let me just go for a few minutes. Like I feel if I just take Paul said Anthony Edwards as an example, right? And we saw Anthony Edwards, they try to give him like the mantle.
Sure.
Someone like Anthony Edwards was potentially deserving of that because much like Paul is saying, it's not success in a box. It's not he was just nice in the playoff. You gotta take like everything into context. And what I mean by that is we saw how young he was. We saw him significantly increase his game in the playoffs. We saw this young dude take his Timberwolves team that had no expectations, and he beat like a bunch of the teams. He beat Kevin Durant, who we thought is like at maybe like
okay. So who you beat? Hold on. I want to just track this for our viewers. So hold on, but he's actually freaking defining it, Paul.
But here's my thing.
Let me track it for the viewers. So that we all on the same page.
But here's my thing. It's not like a definition. I'm trying
but we have to have something to talk about. So let me just at least track what you're saying. So you're pointing out when we talk about Anthony Edwards, at least you're pointing out youth, how young you are doing it, raising your level when you get to the playoffs, playing even better than you were, and who you're beating. Those are the three things you identified so far. Okay.
identify, but that's not how you identify like who's. That's how you identify. Like we use all those things to identify his potential because he didn't come into the league. Everyone thinking this guy could be the GOAT. It's just that when we saw those things identified, he played his way into thinking like, "Yo, we gotta watch this guy. He could potentially be the GOAT." Other players, like I said before, some of them already come into the league with that, like Wemby. And
we agreed. We agreed on that. Yes.
Yeah, and so. That's all the things. My point is, I disagree about SGA only because I don't think SGA has all that. And I understand what y'all saying, but I feel like at this point in SGA's career, he's damn near entering his prime. I don't think he'll reach that level. What I'm talking about, I think he has the potential to be the best in the league for a couple of years, if not like more than this year. He could be there for a couple of years, but I don't think he has the potential to be like, like MJ.
Can I now that you've actually given us something to work with, can we apply what you've talked about to SGA?
Yeah, but one thing I want to go back to, because you guys made a good point about us being in a transition period, right? And I don't disagree with that. And you said something really interesting about how because we're in the time that we've never seen before, that we can't apply like the same rules and everything. I don't necessarily disagree, but I might take it one step further, and this puts the league in an interesting place because we are in the time we've never seen before. Maybe we just don't have a face. Maybe it has to be by committee because we've never seen it.
And that's what me and Trey disagree with. That's the crux of what I've been trying to get to. It sounds like you all are cool with the idea that based on the circumstances, there shouldn't be a face. And me and Dre vehemently disagree with that.
I think one is coming because the thing,
that's like having no main character on a TV show because the story hasn't been.
So Tatum needs to play better in the finals.
But
how about that?
My problem with like that is that because then it could just be given and taken away so easy. Like it could be Shai this year, and then 2 years from now it could be someone else.
Right.
I don't think that's
no,
good.
but because you know why, and we're gonna point. You're acting as if if let's go with main character as a terminology, you're acting as if the main character and the face of the NBA never goes through adversity even during their prime. That's the part y'all are missing. Y'all are looking at the fact that there are low moments of the guys we're talking about and using those to say he can't be the guy because he had low moments. LeBron was the face when he was also the face of choking. Mm-hmm. Those 2 MVP years, his runs before Miami, he was the face of the NBA. And what was the narrative about him? He's not like that. He's not clutch. He's not getting it done. The story of his journey that we were following when they made him the face was, is he ever going to do what we ask him to do? So this idea that you can't be the face if you're not getting it done is ludicrous to me. It's ludicrous because part of the compelling nature of when you focus on a guy is that you're following the ups and the downs. So you guys keep pointing out the downs of the guys we're talking about, and we're saying that story is compelling. That is a compelling story.
But you don't just
you never get this. Hold on, let me just finish. This point. You never get the satisfaction. You never get the satisfaction of some of the highs if you're not invested as a viewership in the lows. Cleveland, again, I'm gonna keep going back to 2016. That winning the chip in Cleveland. Part of why it felt so emotionally significant is because you remember the story of all his failures with Cleveland. He had to leave Cleveland to win. So him to come back to Cleveland and then get it done, that wouldn't have hit if we were not watching him as the face fail in Cleveland. If we were not paying attention to his failures in Cleveland, it would not have hit the same when he got it done in Cleveland. So just using Tatum as an example, him going to the finals and winning a chip and not getting finals MVP, him when he wins that MVP, Steph, his final MVP winning finals, why did that hit? Because of the narrative following him of him never getting it when he was winning.
So you want to follow Tatum or SGA? Which one? Because this is what I'm saying. Everything you said applies to multiple players.
No, it
this is why your argument is wild.
Not multiple, just 2.
No, it does not just apply to just 2. Luka got to the finals last year, and he's younger than SGA. What are we talking about? Y'all are talking so long and so much. We understand everything you're saying. You simply cannot fool the people and say, we're going to push this guy. Because if that guy is the guy, the NBA is going to go crazy.
You think picking a guy who's had low moments is trying to fool the people. Why?
No.
No,
He's
he
not the only
does.
player that
He
got low
does. He
moments.
does. He does.
When
He's
did
not the
keep
only
saying
player that got low
I'm
moments.
sorry. When did
Sparrow.
SGA have a low moment?
And
When
that
did
was my point. Well, that wasn't really my point, but
When did SGA have a low moment? Losing at 25 is not a
Oh, I
low
see.
moment. It's the path that you're talking about.
exactly. Can we apply the criteria?
But what if he doesn't? What? All right, okay. So what if he goes to the same place in the playoffs that he went last year and gets eliminated again? Then what?
That's
Then
a low
we don't.
moment.
Then he.
Then
That's a
we're
low
following the journey, like you said. We're
So
following.
what if
you
Luca
keep
goes
using-
back to the finals and loses again? Then what? That's a low moment. There are multiple players. Nobody is standing out. But you don't want to admit that you're just choosing somebody.
No.
Because
I'm not
of
choosing
the
somebody.
swag
I'm
that
not
already
choosing
got.
because what
No,
did I
that-
say? Hold on. What did I say? No, because you're
hold
picking
on,
and choosing.
hold on.
What did I say? You have to listen in context. I said if it's not SGA, who did I say it is?
It doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Actually, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
Here's what it
Because
is.
You know what? No, wait,
People
guys.
Wemby-
You know why we're gonna keep going in a circle? You know why we're gonna keep going in a circle?
Paul's not listening.
No, he is. But it's what we identified that Alan said earlier. They're never gonna agree with us because they don't believe that a face is needed.
That's not true.
no. That's not what I'm saying.
That's not
right now.
true.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not true.
I'm just saying right now we don't have one. The league might have to adjust.
And you
I
cannot
think we
force
do. I think we gonna. I
But
think one is
it's
coming.
not a
honestly.
force. It's not a force.
It is
It's
a
not
force.
Wait a second. Who says that the league doesn't have a face right now?
Who's
I,
My
me,
point is-
me. I say that.
Yeah, I
The
think-
league
I
has a
say
face
that.
right now. It's
I
just-
say that
you
vehemently. The
don't-
league
you
does
don't
not
It
have
has
a
a
face.
face right now. It's just not the face it needs.
No, it doesn't. Oh no, it does. It does. It's LeBron, and that's a
LeBron,
problem.
and it's
And
just
that's a
not the
problem.
face it needs.
That's a problem to me. That's a problem to me.
That's exactly my point. Actually, we gotta. Get
That's a
out of
problem
here.
to me.
We gotta
We
get
gotta
him
get
out
him
of
out of
here.
here, man. It's enough. And to my point, if SGA or Luca or whoever else or Anthony Edwards, all these guys from the West,
Let me put
if
it
they
this
happen
way.
to go on this path and they don't
Let
win,
me put it this
I
way.
guarantee. Let me just finish this. Let me land
Yeah.
this. I guarantee there's probably a 75% chance it's one person they're losing to, and it's the other guy I said should be the face of the
Watch
league,
this.
Jason Tatum.
Watch this, and then I guarantee this is gonna have us agree to disagree because there's no really way to push back on this other than just we have a difference of opinion on a fundamental, right? I figured out what's missing. What the two sides of this debate feel is intriguing, and is the most intriguing, right? What Paul and I think maybe Alan are saying, right, is that like when Paul says you can't fool the people, what I think he's speaking to is he's saying that you cannot try to convince the people that someone's storyline is that intriguing if it's not of a certain ilk, right? And he thinks that for him, he thinks that the level of intrigue of your career arc that is meritorious of face of the league is A.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no one whose career arc resembles A. Alan, I don't know if you Paul's agreeing. So if you disagree, you can point out where you disagree. Paul's saying you cannot fool the people into telling us this guy's story is the intrigue level of a face of the NBA when his story hasn't gone this way. Because all the faces of the NBA, their story has gone this way in terms of what they've done on court. And that's intrigue, right? What me and Dre are saying is we agree there is no one currently whose story is following that script. What we're saying is that should not preclude there being a story that we follow. Just because there's not a story that resembles some of these archetypes, you're using that to say that some of these guys' story is not intriguing enough for us to be following as the face of the league. And me and Dre, that is the crux of our argument, is that we agree these guys' stories are not looking like that yet. We could throw yet on there, and we don't know if it ever will. We agree with you there. But that doesn't mean they're not incredibly intriguing and that we shouldn't be following them as a face. And that's why we're pointing out multiple. We're like, guys, there are guys whose career arcs are extremely intriguing right now. Even if it's not a GOAT-like story, that doesn't mean because there's not a GOAT-like story in the league right now that there shouldn't be a face or that LeBron should just be the face still. We're saying guys like Tatum and SGA, if you look at their career trajectories, that is an intriguing thing, and we should be following it, and the NBA should be tracking it. You're saying and we agree, when it's a GOAT story, it's obvious. There's no picking. That's the story to follow, and we agree that's not there right now. And you saying you shouldn't pick one, and you shouldn't force one on the people because you can't fool the people into thinking it's a GOAT-like one. I don't think the NBA should try to sell any of these guys as if it's a GOAT story. I think the story is good enough. Jason Tatum's career story right now, even if it doesn't look like a GOAT story, is good enough to be a face of the league story. It's an incredibly no, because his story is better than theirs.
Oh, really? Oh, let's get to the crux of this. Let's get to the crux of this.
Okay, so let's have this debate. Whose story in the league is better than Tatum's? Whose story? Whose career arc right now is better or even comparable to Tatum's in the league? In the league.
Before we get into that, I want
to go to the league, obviously.
Because right now you're gonna talk about playoff success and the fact that he's only won once, and you're gonna point out that a whole bunch of other guys have won once. That does not capture the story.
Luka.
No. Luka's career arc can't touch Tatum's career arc.
Tatum
touch it.
Tatum had a borderline superstar team of one. He shot like 30-something% for most of the games in the finals. Whereas Luka had a
Dre. Paul,
superior team and got to the finals.
Paul, can I say what you're pointing out right now? You're pointing out low moments, and again, we're talking about the arc. So in a low moment, that's still intriguing to me.
Nobody cares about his chip, man.
Yes, they. Okay, so what?
Nobody cares about Tatum's chip.
So what?
Nobody. Let's talk about it.
So what?
We don't care. You shot 30% in almost every game.
That is intriguing.
Jaylen Brown way better than you.
That's intriguing. That's intriguing. That's intriguing.
No. How can you say that? How can
you say that? Don't debate it. Don't debate it because then he's gonna get no Dre because he's gonna get stuck in. He's gonna get stuck in that debate. I'm giving. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Because I'm gonna give him that. Everything you just said, Paul, is true.
No.
Stop. Even if Dre, your objection is noted for the record. Your objection is noted. He doesn't believe it's true. Paul, even if I give you what you just said is true, because I think it is true, that's intriguing to me. Jason Tatum, the guy who's been a first-team All-NBA guy 3 times, gets to the finals, and his second-best player plays better than him. That's an intriguing career arc. Steph Curry wins a unanimous MVP, goes to the finals, loses, wins another MVP, goes to the finals, doesn't win finals MVP. He gets to the finals against LeBron in 15, and Andre Iguodala wins MVP. Low moments in a career create even more intrigue. So you pointing out Jason Tatum's failures doesn't prove that his story isn't better than Luka's. His story is still better than Luka's.
But here's the thing, though. Again, you say it's intriguing. Noted. I agree with you. However, I'm still standing on it needs to look like a GOAT story. Luka's looks more like it could be a GOAT story.
And that's why that's where we agree to disagree. There's no debating that. There's nothing to debate there. That's why I knew we would get here. That's where we agree to disagree. You believe it has to be a GOAT story.
Because it's unfair to everybody else.
How can so you don't
why are you choosing Tatum? Why are you choosing SGA? Why are you choosing Luka?
Because their stories are better than everybody's. Because their stories are better than everybody.
No, not really.
They are. Luka, what's Luka's story?
The stories.
What's Luka's story?
Hold on. The stories could change because all these superstars are on the even playing field right now.
Change, but we're talking about right now, up to what they've done. Right now, up to what they've done. And I know what you're gonna say because a GOAT story is about projection. Cool. I'm saying right now, today. If we look at these guys' stories and their career arcs, Luka's career arc pales in intrigue to Jason Tatum's. Pales. What's his career arc? He got drafted. There was an interesting.
He got to the finals last year with a lesser team. Nobody even thought they were going to get to the finals. What if they get there again? And they got a better team. Now, people are talking about Luka. People are talking about them because they've had injury issues.
Alan, chime in. Alan, do you believe that there's no stories, whether or not they're GOAT stories or not? Do you believe there's no stories that are a head and shoulders better than the average story in the league? You can use any player you want. I won't even give you the player. You think everyone's career arc right now is all comparable?
But so to your point, I agree. There are several stories that's just better than other stories, right?
Right.
I think there's multiple stories that are good. And
sure.
Can't just choose one.
And that's what the NBA is trying to do, is trying to get you into all of these really good ones. And I think that's trash. I think it's trash. Because LeBron's story still... LeBron's story still overpowers them.
Let Alan talk.
Here's where I delineate the people. But listen to like the people you can mention, LeBron, Curry, and this is to your point. They're not GOAT stories.
Yes,
but like they damn near kind of have to be because.
Thank you.
You talked about.
Do think it has to be?
I think it has to be GOATs because when I talk about stories, I'm not talking about like you talk about LeBron's low, right? But when I talk about LeBron's high, his high is not just winning the chip. LeBron's high is he's arguably the second best player of all time. When I talk
How
about
long did it take him to get to that high?
But he was always projected to be there.
Like he came
in with that.
And we had Kobe, who was on that pass too.
And look at someone like Curry who
was not projected to be there at all.
That's my point. But what I'm about to tell you is his high is he changed the damn game. Like it's different, and he did that kind of like Curry changed the game like damn near 10 years ago. Like it's different.
Were we not following him before that happened though?
Not really.
Now you're lying.
Following him. What do you mean following him?
54 in the Garden. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that at all, Paul.
What year was
54 in the Garden?
That was 2013.
52 in the Garden.
I don't think that's when he became the face. That's when he like became like, you know,
2012, 2013.
I think his 54 in the Garden.
I'm pretty sure it was 2013.
Is like that season is like his SJ season now. I don't think he was a face then.
Was it 54 or 52? I don't know why I remember 52.
He's had both.
You know what I mean? Like the highs are different. It can't just be like win a championship. The highs are different.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Imagine you choose Tracy McGrady's story when there's Kobe bubbling.
That's my point. Like
Alex, you give me.
Imagine we following Vince Carter,
but Kobe isn't here.
What are we talking
So this is exactly my point. You think it's unfair, right? Because you're like, why would we follow Tracy when Kobe's right there? If Kobe is not there, should we not follow Tracy? Exactly, and that's my point. That's my exact point. Of course, if Kobe is there, you follow Kobe. But I'm saying we're in a moment where that's not there, so we're just gonna we're just gonna throw our hands up.
So, but why Tracy and not AI? Why Tracy and not AI? That's our
exactly.
Okay,
that's why you don't do
pick whoever you want.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You cannot do that because now you're
if there's no one who demands it. If there's no one who demands it, I think it's boring to wait around until someone does it.
Well, let me tell you something.
That's boring.
Maybe we can transition.
Because you know what it results in? You know what it results in? We're stuck on Bron. And we're hyping every final milestone he does. And that is getting boring to me.
Yes.
I agree.
It's boring. It's boring.
The league needs a face.
It's
and let me tell you something. Maybe we'll transition off of this. But let me tell you something. If Jimmy Butler finds some way to get to the Spurs, this entire 50-hour-long conversation we just had is over. Wemby's GOAT moment starts now. If Jimmy Butler forces himself to the Spurs,
let's end with that. Where does Jimmy go? That means something. You think Spurs? Say more.
The San Antonio Spurs.
It does mean something if he goes to the Spurs.
Because let me tell you something.
I don't think they go.
He has CP3. If Wemby has CP3 and Jimmy Butler, who's a playoff killer, right? And the only thing now they have to do that he's going to have to do, he's not going to have to heave 40 3-point shots. There's no one in the playoff that can go. I'm telling you, right? Yeah, maybe it's early.
He's never touched playoff ball. He's at step one of the path we're talking about. He has to see playoff basketball first.
Agreed. That's why I said if Jimmy Butler forces himself to the Spurs somehow, gets there somehow, I don't know how. Wemby's story starts today because he's going to the playoffs and he's probably going to get to the second round. The only
he's flaming out. He's flaming out. He's flaming out. He's flaming out.
The only
he's flaming out in the first round.
With Jimmy Butler? With Jimmy Butler and CP3?
For sure flame out. For sure flame out.
I don't see it that way. I'm not going to lie. I don't see it that way.
Show me, and again, watch this. And this is the same thing I'm talking about with SGA. Show me a team where the best player on the team has their first playoff appearance and they go to the second round.
Magic Johnson.
He was the best player his rookie year?
Yes, and he also won the Finals MVP.
Incorrect.
He was
better than Kareem.
He was better in the playoffs.
Incorrect.
He was the best player in that playoff.
No, he was not. No, he was not.
In the finals.
Y'all don't remember why he won that Finals MVP? Do y'all forget what happened? Kareem got hurt for the last 2 games, so stop it. Stop it, bro. He was not better than Kareem. He didn't become better than Kareem till the you could argue the third. I would say maybe the second.
84, 85, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So let's stop it. There was a whole power dynamic problem where that was the moment where it was like Kareem had to go to Magic and be like, you know what, it's you now. That was the whole thing. Y'all don't watch docs, bro. Don't talk about my Lakers if you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Don't do that. So again, I say show me a situation where the best player on the team, it's their first playoff appearance and they go past the first round.
It is a different dynamic when you got
Jimmy
Butler.
No, hold on.
It don't matter, bro. You cannot get past the first.
SGA.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for you to say. Right. Intrigue. In his first playoff appearance, he drags a team full of 19-year-olds. In his first playoff appearance, in a year where he got snubbed for MVP, he drags a team full of the 19-year-olds to the second round.
Say that again, Andre.
Also, Jason.
So you want to talk about being young?
So choose one.
His team, hold on. So you want to talk about being young? His team was young, Allen. You want to talk about raising his level? 33-7-7, Allen.
Choose one, Farrell.
He was young, but he was 25. That's not that young.
His first playoff appearance. So playoff
at 25.
Playoff wise, he's young.
Nah, I'm not taking that. Yes, playoff wise, he's young, but that doesn't sound what I'm talking about.
Young forever, forever young.
He's young. Yeah, he's young, and that's like that's not that. Like what year to league is that? Was he in?
For
like his
6th year. Probably his 5th year, 5th or 6th year.
But we ignoring that Andre said Jason Tatum went past the first round of this in his first playoff appearance.
On the team.
Who? Jason Tatum, his first year?
You're gonna tell me Jason Tatum was the best player of his team?
His first year? I'm pretty sure he was. If I remember correctly. If I remember those stats correctly, and I remember that tomahawk dunk on Braun correctly.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The best player on that damn team.
Give me a second.
It wasn't Jaylen Brown's team.
I think Jason
Tatum was the best player, man. Isaiah Thomas was
2017 Celtics. I know Kyrie didn't play, but Kyrie was on that roster.
Yeah, he wasn't the best player.
He wasn't playing.
What?
Because he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing.
Don't do that.
He wasn't playing.
Jason Tatum literally had to take the.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
He wasn't playing.
That was the beginning of the Tatum we see today. Yes, we have to take that into account. Kyrie was going to next year, was he not?
Yes.
Actually, let's do that because again, boom, different.
Yes.
Okay, so choose one now. Choose one.
I can't choose one. I said
either.
My personal choice. You know why I choose SGA? My personal choice, I think Jason Tatum has the best story, but I acknowledge to you, for your point, Paul, the fans don't gravitate him to it. So if I go to the next best story where there's fans gravitating, it's SGA. I don't know why the fans don't gravitate to Tatum, but I acknowledge they don't. So the next best story, the best combination of fanfare and story in the league right now is SGA. That's the best combination.
That's called hype. That changes every year.
That's the point. And again, it doesn't matter if Jimmy Butler goes to the Spurs.
It doesn't, though. It doesn't change every year. This has been true about SGA for the last 2-3 years.
No. Last year, Anthony Edwards had the hype. Ja had the hype before that too.
Yeah.
We can't. This is what.
But the stories weren't better.
It's boring.
You're raising the sliders, right? So yeah, at times has SGA had the number one. If we're doing rankings, right? If I'm taking the guy I'm picking who has the best average. If in fanfare, let's say last year Ant was 1, in story he was still probably like 3-4. So in fanfare, SGA last year was 2, but story was 2. I'm taking him.
What about Jokic?
0 fanfare, boring story. 0 fanfare, boring story.
I think.
Is it a boring story?
Yes.
Second round pick.
This is what I'm saying, Alan.
No one cares about those horses, bro.
But the second round pick playing to that. I agree with the fanfare.
Think about the full context. You're naming one element of a story. Yes, the second round pick part is compelling. What else about Nikola is compelling? The fact that he's Serbian.
Winning. Triple doubles.
Okay,
for greatness.
Second round
Jokic
pick
is the closest thing we had to a quest for greatness in a long time.
Then when you say story,
I'm talking about story.
That's a story. This quest for greatness.
Giannis has a better story than Jokic.
Not anymore.
By
far. Got Doc Rivers.
By far.
What's the
whole context of it? The whole context of how you got to the NBA, your road and NBA development. So yeah, where you got drafted matters. But Giannis being from Greece, poor as hell, not having no skill, starting basketball late, grinding his way, being paper thin when he got to the league, to bulking up, becoming an MVP, putting on for his whole family, becoming the face of Greek basketball. Like, way better story.
You know what's funny? There are players that have similar stories that are role players, and we don't care. Why? Because they're not that nice. They're not contributing to winning at the same level.
That's obvious.
My point is, you cannot take away winning from that.
I didn't.
So then, once again,
well, we don't care about. But Giannis' story is not considered that interesting anymore because he's not winning. They're barely good. His team is barely good. Nobody talking about Giannis.
You're acting like if you had a great story and you don't win, we just forget about the great story.
We do though.
No, you do. You do.
You ignore that. We're not talking about basketball enthusiasts. We're talking about the face of the league. Come on, man.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stat the other night that Milwaukee Bucks have the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league and the number 1 defense. Who's not?
And he won, bro. And he won. So what are we talking about?
He won and then didn't win a game.
Huh?
He won and then didn't win a game.
Because the second best player for 2 years.
Now your criteria is you have to go in the three-peat.
No,
his point to me, his point was you gotta take over like the generation.
Wait, to your question, no, but to Alan, your question when you said if I'm taking Giannis and Jokic, if we're using Paul's part, they both only won once, so winning is a wash in the story. So then if I look at the rest of the story,
yes,
Giannis is much better.
But we don't care. The people don't care. We heard that story already that he was selling shoes or whatever in Greece to make money. We heard all of that. We heard it.
Shoes.
Congratulations.
Paul,
You're here now.
Shoes.
You got your chip. How nice are you though? That's what we care about. How great are you?
I said something about Jokic.
Yes, you can. I agree.
I do. I agree. We heard about them horses. We get it.
I agree with you though. I agree with you. But if he was winning, then the people would care. You can't.
What are we talking about? This is both these guys are number 4 in their respective conferences. What are we talking about?
Well, especially
why
the Bucks.
I say SGA. He's the best aggregate. Great story.
There's a lot to develop around this. The point is, right?
Yeah, close this out, Dre.
The point is, and we keep going back to it. You have to choose. You have to choose. You have to choose. Guess what? We got 2 guys in front of us that both have compelling stories. That both have compelling paths, which for whatever reason you think is you're trying to convince us that chips aren't the number 1 factor. Then you keep going back to chips, which is just confusing the hell out of me. But whatever.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's
the path to the chip.
I can't wait till you watch this back, Paul.
The path. Y'all are wrong. The path to the chip. If you're on the path and don't get there, we forget about you. Facts.
What?
It's not true. It's not true.
You're about to make me actually lose my mind. What,
true, bro? LeBron has lost the finals 6 times. LeBron has lost in the finals 6 times.
No.
He got how many chips?
So did Kareem, by the way.
So we forgot about him every time he lost it.
No, but he was always.
Oh no! Hey, you just said no, so stop. You just said no, so stop. So we don't forget. Point is, we got two potentially 3 guys in front of us who could be the face of the league. All right, hold on.
We'll see.
Paul,
remember,
agree to disagree.
Viewers, you just saw Paul contradict himself in a second.
I did not contradict myself.
All right,
because the path you said if you win
it and then lose it, we forget about the path. I just said LeBron lost 6 times. You said how many did he win? I said, so did we forget about him after he lost?
Did he not have a 3-peat? I mean, a 2-peat.
Did we forget about him after he lost?
He never had a 3-peat.
Did we forget? Hold on, stop it. Did we forget about him when he lost?
When he went to another team?
Did we forget about LeBron James when he lost? Yes or no?
No, because
so stop. We do not forget about you when you lose.
Is that not the reason? Wait. Is that not the reason why so many people say he's not the GOAT in the first place?
He's not the GOAT.
Why are you changing? Why are you moving the goalpost?
That's my whole point. That's my whole point. The quest for greatness.
Because
you said verbatim. You said verbatim. We forget about you when you lose. That's what you said verbatim.
If you win one and then go away, then yes.
So it's 1. So if you only win 1 in a row and then lose, we forget about you. Great.
LeBron dominated the era.
Great. Stay there. No. Stay there. So did we forget about Tim Duncan?
Yes,
No.
actually. Yes.
You're
Well,
good night.
actually,
Goodbye.
no.
Wait.
Goodbye.
People want to talk about Tim Duncan like that?
Goodbye.
Tim Duncan was the face of the league?
Jimmy Butler. Where does he go?
Wait a second.
So wait,
Where
we
does
talk
he
about
go?
Tim Duncan?
Jimmy Butler.
There was
Jimmy
Tim Duncan
Butler.
is a slept on all
Jimmy
time.
Butler. Jimmy Butler. Where does he go?
Hold on. There was to Paul's point. There was a very weird, very brief stretch of time.
He
where
knows
Tim
we
Duncan
forgot about Tim.
Did not
That's
get
crazy.
the conversation. It's a lot.
He knows that.
You forget how much media and casual talk there was in that from
Pharaoh.
2008 to 2013.
Pharaoh.
People were surprised. Like, people didn't know who Tim Duncan was, bro. Young people today don't know who Tim Duncan is.
Casuals.
Young people today.
I'm saying
Casuals.
2008 to 2013, there were people that are like, this guy Tim is pretty good. The hell are you talking? What
Are
do you
you
mean?
joking? That's a lie. You're lying to your
I'm
public
not
right
lying.
now.
There were
Pharaoh,
people that were surprised. Bro. I'm
casuals.
telling you.
God, what are you
I've heard
talking
it.
about? What are you
I've heard
talking
it, bro. You
Pharaoh.
Alan.
What Andre is saying is
I'm
that
trying to hear what Paul. Let
run.
me hear what Paul.
casual talk
Casuals.
just beginning last year, bro.
Yo, let's talk.
Casuals are the ones who take the NBA to another level and really latch onto the face of the NBA conversation. Tim Duncan was never the face. No, he was. That is the truth. It's casual. We can't act like casuals don't have a big part to play in the success of an entertainment league, even if it's sports. They matter a lot. And when it comes to the face of the league, you literally have to separate yourself. Tim Duncan, win one, go away. Maybe come back another year, win one, go. No back-to-backs. No, people forgot about Tim Duncan. Not that people didn't know he wasn't nice, but he wasn't in that face of the NBA conversation ever. And that's what we're talking about.
So Kobe versus Tim wasn't the rivalry of the era.
No, it was. It was.
We weren't talking about Tim Duncan like that.
People in the know.
People rated Kobe over Tim Duncan during that time, did they not?
Of course, but was that not the conversation? Was that not the conversation?
If people rated Kobe over Tim Duncan, then what conversation are we having? Kobe was the face of the NBA.
Because it's still the conversation today for people in the know. There are people that still go back and forth. But to the casual fan back then, people were more likely saying, is it Kobe or LeBron? The casual fan.
In 2002?
Kobe or Jordan?
Not 2002. I'm talking about the later. I'm talking about like 2008 to 2013.
Yeah, Tim was done winning by then. So
he was not done winning. He went on to win in the 2010s.
Okay, that's like LeBron in 2020, bro. Like.
But we consider it to his legacy. In fact, it probably is one of the things that solidifies him at the 3 spot.
Yes, but that was in the context of someone taking it from the old era, which is my point. Right. In 2020, it should have been, once LeBron got that last chip, it was supposed to be taken, and it hasn't. And for 5 seasons, it hasn't.
Correct.
I don't want to go back in a circle.
No,
Jimmy Butler, where does he go?
Spurs. Y'all know how I feel about this.
We heard your Spurs take. Alan and Paul.
I think the best place to go is probably Memphis for him, but they already ruled that out.
Ooh.
That'd be the best place, but him and his agent said, "Nah." I was really shocked by that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all.
You don't want to see?
I don't want to see.
Oh, you saying your team? Okay, I feel you.
I don't want to see that at all.
I feel you.
God forbid. What?
Yeah, I was really shocked by that because they wanted the teams that could trade for him straight up.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why they said no to that. That's
wait for what? For what though? For what?
Oh, that's a good point. They have a couple picks. Probably
JJJ, then I'm okay. Then I'm not worried. If it's for JJJ, I'm not worried.
Nah, it won't be. It'll probably be Desmond and Marcus. Desmond Bain and Marcus Smart. And
I'm fine. I'm not worried. You give up Smart and Desmond Bain, I'm good.
But Desmond Bain is a big loss for them, though.
That's what. Again, I'm fine with that trade.
Oh, you're fine with that. Okay, I see.
I'm okay with that. You can do that. Give up Desmond Bain and Marcus Smart. All good over on this side.
I say the Warriors, man.
Yeah, the Warriors are done. When are we gonna just admit it? When are we just gonna admit it? It's over. Paul, admit it. It's over. Because you was telling me there was a contender 4 weeks ago. It's over, brother.
Listen, he won in 2022. Anything is possible.
They were a great team that year.
People didn't think they were contenders though.
I don't even know if that's true.
That
was the year Clay came back healthy. When they said Clay coming back healthy, the way Jordan Poole has developed, Stephen A picked him to win that year.
He did. He was the only one. He was gloating about that the whole time.
That's a fact.
So, I think he should go to the Warriors because
No, they're done.
I think their biggest problem right now is like, first of all, the inconsistency of Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, not knowing how to use him.
Okay, I'm about to say, don't blame him.
No, not knowing how to use him. I think if they get Jimmy Butler, he shores up their defense a lot. You have another scorer. He helps them a lot defensively. I think offensively, you have somebody else that you can run the offense through. It takes a load off of Steph, that's the biggest problem, honestly. I think he should go to the Warriors. I can't think of anybody else, honestly, that he should go to.
The Warriors are soft. The Warriors are soft.
You don't think Jimmy fixes that?
No.
You don't think Jimmy goes in there and says, "Yo"?
Wait, who has Jimmy gone to that was soft that he made tough?
The Timberwolves.
Good question.
He made them tough, or did he leave because they were soft?
Yeah,
He made them temporarily tough.
He left because they were soft. He left because they were soft.
That's a fact. They were too soft for the pause. But
yeah, no, man, but they had 3 more losses. I'm so tired of not understanding standings in the context. It's really starting to piss me off. It's really starting to piss me off, yo. Oh, they only have one more. They only have one less win. They have 3 more losses, bro. Please stop with this foolishness.
He's gonna have to deal with 2 personalities. That's
really annoying me, bro.
Jimmy Butler. It's gonna be one combined personality. Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. They're gonna get along.
Warriors are winning half of their games.
Well, that means all you need is one more piece.
Let me tell you something. To Paul's point,
Jimmy Butler doesn't fix Buddy Hield.
No, it's not Buddy Hield he fixes. If they go there and they get rid of Andrew Wiggins, that's a big.
It doesn't fix Brandon Pod.
That's a fact too.
It doesn't fix exactly. It doesn't.
I'll tell you what though.
It doesn't make Tracy Jackson Davis 7-1.
I'll tell you what though.
It doesn't make Jonathan Kuminga unlocked.
Get playing time because that's Jonathan Kuminga's problem.
It probably buries him. It actually probably seals Kuminga's fate if they get Jimmy Butler.
Or they move it to the power forward.
His fate. No.
Or they move it to the power forward.
He's definitely part of the trade.
They could do that now. They could do that right now.
But if they have Jimmy Butler play with the second unit with Jonathan Kuminga,
he ain't coming off the bench. You got Jimmy Butler all the way effed up.
No. I'm saying he plays with the second unit as a starter, though. You know what I mean? Like,
you think that helps Kuminga?
I think it could because right now, Kuminga off the ball.
If you trade Butler and don't get Kuminga back, Pat Riley needs to retire.
Fact. That's the other thing. It's over. You're probably getting Kuminga in the trade, bro. Like,
what did he say yesterday? He said maybe I'm washed. Hold on. Pat Riley said that.
Bro,
where's that NBA Centel again? Come on, man.
No. He was being sarcastic.
They're not a piece away, bro. There's tons. And Jimmy Butler at the salary that you're gonna have to pay him when he opts in, you're cooked. He's on the books for 52 next year if he opts in.
Going to the Spurs, bro. I'm telling
you. You're cooked, bro.
Spurs for who?
By the way, check out Medium. Got an article on this.
Check out Medium.
By Fastbreaks.com.
So okay, that's who we want to see. Who do we actually think is going to get him? Because if you think Pat Riley isn't going to throw him to the desert, you got Pat Riley effed up. He's going to Washington.
I'm telling you, he's going to the Spurs for a ton of picks. And Kelvin Johnson.
Washington would take him.
Who knows what? You think Washington is a logical organization?
No.
if you can't even tank right, I don't know what to tell you.
Jimmy Butler and nothing else is tanking right. You sell tickets and you lose. Jimmy Butler is not winning games.
Is it Washington? You don't think he win you a couple of games to like get you out of like the number 1 spot? You know what I mean?
No.
Yo, he doesn't want to play for this Heat team that is in the playoffs right now. They are the 7th team right outside, and he don't want to play. You think he's gonna want to win games in Washington?
He's tired of not having a center. San Antonio is the answer. Man.
Actually, but his whole thing though. His whole thing is he wants a new contract, big contract. So I feel like he's going to play for that contract, no matter where he goes.
Hell no.
What
I
about
don't know.
Detroit?
Ha!
I was thinking
Look,
Detroit.
look,
Detroit
That's actually a tough pickup.
That's not the desert though.
Tobias.
No,
Nick
but
Young.
again, I'm saying, where do you think Pat is going to send him? Not where it makes sense for him to
Pat
go.
cannot
Where do
get
you think Pat is going to send him?
That's gonna
Pat
send him.
Riley-
That's gonna get picks for him. So he's gonna go to San Antonio.
His objective is to get value back and screw Jimmy Butler. Where is that?
That's not going to happen anywhere.
The only place he's gonna go that he's gonna get.
We can think through that. There's a place where that could happen.
No,
The
it's
only
not.
place he can go that he's
The
gonna
only
get
place
value
for
back,
that-
he won't be able to screw Jimmy Butler. Unless
Okay,
it's with
answer
frustration.
my question though. You're
Unless
saying
it's
there's no team in the league where he could send them Jimmy, get value back, and screw Jimmy.
Let me tell you something. Here's where this actually goes into my San
Too much
Antonio.
parity in the NBA right now.
This is where
Toronto?
hold on. This goes
That's
into
not
my
going to screw them.
Toronto. doesn't
That's
have
not
no-
screwing him?
No.
Yes, it is.
He's going
What?
to make them a playing team.
Oh my god. That's screwing
No.
him.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm going with San Antonio again.
At this point in the
Here's why.
career, if Jimmy Butler doesn't get on a contender, he's screwed.
That's what I'm saying.
At 35 on an
Pat Riley is
on
not-
an expiring contract, he's screwed.
Pat Riley is not viewing San Antonio like contenders. A lot of people are not. So I'm saying if he goes to San Antonio, they get Keldon Johnson, they get picks back. Miami
Riley is
wins.
not dumb,
Jimmy's
bro.
going to
He
be
knows
frustrated.
that's a good move for Jimmy. That he's not sending like. I think if he has no other choice, he would do it. But I'm trying to figure out what is if I'm just trying to joke. If Pat was really vindictive, but wasn't doing
Sacramento,
something
then.
stupid, where could he get value and screw Jimmy?
Miami. Stay there and don't play him. Waste a whole year of his career.
No, but then that screws you because then you have to pay him $50 million.
Oh,
Right.
well.
Oh well.
Sacramento.
They're a
What
good
value,
team.
what value did you get back, Fox?
Yeah.
Isn't this what I talked about last week?
Yes, it is. I
Sacramento.
said it doesn't make any sense, but
I don't know if that screws Jimmy. It kind of does.
it does.
It
They're
kind
not
of
doing
does.
that, man. The Kings will be
The
dumb.
Los Angeles Lakers.
That doesn't screw Jimmy at all.
No, actually,
For who?
probably out. For
Dalton
LeBron
Dalton
James.
Connect and our first round picks.
Oh, that would screw the Lakers.
They
so
probably
much.
would. They probably would.
Crazy.
But only 2 years from now.
But it won't screw Jimmy. It won't
This-
screw Jimmy.
This year it might be a high. I don't want to do it because 2 years from now we're gonna suck. but it might be a high this year.
But will Jeannie do it? Would Jeannie do it?
No, because I think she's tired of betting the next 5 years. She just gave the last 5 years to LeBron. She's not giving the next 5 years.
Oh, really? You sure about that?
Yes, because she came out our whole offseason last year. She and Rob were all saying that we're making decisions for the Anthony Davis future, which is why we drafted Dalton in the first place.
That
Yeah,
makes
that
sense.
sounds nice.
Jimmy Butler does not help the Anthony Davis future. He doesn't even help the
Nomad likes the Toronto. That works, bro. Send his ass up there to the cold.
Hey, that's
I don't think
Scotty,
Toronto
you can
could
get
go
Scotty
over.
back
Toronto's
and
not
maybe
gonna do it.
quickly. You can get Scotty and quickly back.
They would never do that.
Who would never do that? Toronto.
Scotty Barnes?
quickly. Are you
The
crazy?
Raptors, young players for a 35-year-old.
Are you
Yeah,
crazy?
probably not.
They look at Scott. Scotty's their franchise player. I think too.
I know.
That's a
I don't
fact.
think that-
No,
Portland.
Yeah.
Portland for picks.
That would
Ew.
that would
Ew.
screw them, but Portland not doing that.
Ew.
That would screw
Portland
for
for
sure.
picks.
You'd be
Him
mad.
and
Well,
Jeremy
no,
Grant-
you guys are giving a lot
players,
of
though.
credit.
I
You
think
guys
they'll
are
be
giving a
players.
lot of credit to the front offices. Like they don't do stupid stuff all the time.
But that stupid is crazy.
That's insane.
Well,
I don't think they'll do for
Well-
picks, though. It'll be players.
people do. They
New Orleans
do
for
stuff with the
Brandon
intent to
Ingram.
winning.
New
No,
Yeah,
Orleans
that's
for
the
Brandon
shit to
Ingram.
avoid.
That's not true.
Forget that. New Orleans for Zion. That's probably what
Miami's not doing that. But for Brandon Ingram,
Brandon Ingram they might.
I don't think
Zion-
that's true, Jimmy.
New Orleans-
New Orleans is a good one. New Orleans is a good
New
one.
Orleans for Brandon
Actually,
Ingram.
that gives us a good
That-
transition
that's
because
cool.
Zion came back, then immediately got suspended. They're about to move his ass.
I don't think you can move him. He has no trade value.
He has zero trade value.
Yeah,
They're
you
sending
can't
him-
move
You know
him.
who they're going to send him to? They're going to Alan. Forgive me. They're sending him to Brooklyn.
For what? Pick?
Probably.
Yeah, I go to
Brooklyn has done that kind of move many times.
That gym was gone.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Imagine him and Ben Simmons on the floor together. Ass times two.
That's
This is crazy.
I still
Trash
want
and
to
trash.
throw hands with Billy. What's his name?
Yo, no love for CJ and Brandon. That could accomplish the mission for Pat.
That's crazy. That's evil
That
work.
could accomplish the mission.
Does that screw Jimmy, though?
Yes.
Nah, man.
Yes.
Nah.
Nah.
They are 8-31.
I'm telling you, at some point,
They are 8-31.
Because of injuries, though. Because of injuries.
At some point, Adam Silver is going to call him, and he's going to be like, "Listen, I'm trying to accomplish something here. Don't mess this up.
I can see you doing that too.
Don't do this."
What is Jimmy doing with Nola, bro? That is not screwing him.
At nothing. He's
nothing, bro. He's cooked.
He's gonna sit
and
the
you
whole
know
year.
he's opting in too, so he's cooked for the rest of this year and next year.
Listen, you can go.
And you know why New Orleans might do it? Because again, if you're gonna suck and you're gonna tank, right? Let's say you pay Jimmy he opts in, you pay Jimmy the 50, you still stuck, so you still get the picks, but then he walks, so you get the picks and 50 million comes off your cap.
Let me tell you something, bro.
That's why Washington would do it. That's why Washington would do it.
No,
We're still gonna suck. We're still gonna suck, so we get the picks and the cap space.
Jimmy is still a winning player, in my opinion.
So what?
So if you're trying to tank, then
he's not when he's on a team that has a chance to win right now, and he's not investing.
Yeah, but there's more going on.
Sure, but what makes you think he's gonna go to a Washington or to a New Orleans and decide to put his cape on to get in the play-in?
CP3 did it on the Thunder.
CP3 is built very differently than Jimmy
Is he?
Butler is. Think about what Jimmy Butler has done in his career to get out of situations he wasn't happy in.
You sound like how Pat Riley's trying to play.
Let's keep it a buck. I mean, I love Jimmy.
We talked about it last
Let's
week.
keep it a buck about Jimmy, bro.
You keep on ruining his image.
Let's
you believe
keep
in
it a buck. Let's keep it a buck about Jimmy, bro.
That's fair. I mean, it's fair. But
I mean, how often do we say that he routinely just decides to take regular seasons off?
I think he takes regular seasons off because he can on the Heat.
He wasn't. It's not just been the Heat that he does that, bro. The whole playoff Jimmy narrative existed well before he got to Miami.
But that wasn't because
that goes back to Chicago.
Yeah, but that wasn't because he took the regular season off. That was because he took it to another level. They painted it at first like he was tapping into
something. Gap is too much. You know that, bro. The gap is too much. You can't be a 30-point guy in the playoffs consistently and be giving me 18 points a game in the regular season. You're taking it off.
That's fair.
So listen, I'm just keeping it at 100. Like, there are things to question about Jimmy, bro. He don't want to play. He don't want to go that hard regular season. And as soon as he's unhappy about something, he's gonna go public. He's gonna call Rachel. He's gonna pout.
Hold on.
He's gonna pout. No, let that one go. Just let it go. Just let it fly. Because if we go down that road, we're gonna get into another hot topic right now that I promised we weren't gonna touch. So let that one let that one fly away. Right? He's gonna pout. He's gonna cause ruckus in the practice. Like Jimmy can get cancerous. I hate to say it, but he can. So I have there's no thought in my mind that he's gonna do a Chris Paul and OKC and like get a young team to the playoffs just because he can and because he loves ball. Like
he did it on the Heat though.
They were good and they could win.
Nobody thought they were that good when they got to the finals twice.
He did though. That's the difference. He did.
Well, could you say that he motivated his players to get the best?
I didn't say he couldn't do it, Paul. I said, what makes you think he's going to want to do it in the situations that I described?
Well, because he has a vendetta.
Against what? Who is he getting back at by bringing Portland to the play-in?
Pat Riley.
How?
We're not doing it. Not in the West.
How does that spite Pat at all?
Because if the Heat go to the playoffs and fizzle out because they don't have enough, but then Jimmy Butler is there and elevating a far lesser team.
To also fizzle out. Like
no, but it looks like you made a bad decision because you had him.
It doesn't really.
It does.
Thing. Jimmy
also,
Butler,
but you're forgetting what comes back. If they get a healthy CJ and Brandon, the Heat are not fizzling out in the playoffs.
He's not. I like that comment.
That right now.
I like that comment. He's not Russell Westbrook.
That's a fact.
Russell Westbrook. Can we put some respect on Russell Westbrook's game? I saw y'all the video.
That's a fact, Nomad. He cannot just dominate through pure anger and revenge. He has to be bought in. He's shown that. He's shown that to us his whole career. If he's not bought in, he's not bringing his cape out. And
so I'm just going to do a little sidebar because I sent that video this morning that where Russ gets a triple-double, he wins 74% of his games. Internet casuals.
That's a whack stat.
Why is that a whack stat? Why is that a whack
games
stat?
When he plays amazing, he usually wins.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that doesn't happen.
Brody.
There's a lot of players that doesn't happen.
Who routinely goes crazy and loses?
Dame for years was going crazy. Dame for years was going crazy and doing absolutely nothing. CJ McCollum just dropped 50. It doesn't matter. A lot of players have great games. Russell Westbrook be having great. I'm just saying. Casual fans in the internet have been telling
I'll
me.
let you get that one off.
Listen, casual fans have been telling me for years, Russ is wash, Russ is this, Russ is that. He needs to retire. Shut your mouth. You don't know who that man is.
Okay.
He is a historic player. He's a historic.
Let's wrap
He's
there
a
unless
top
anyone else has
point guard of all time,
man.
man. Top 5 point guard. You can continue, but I'm just saying.
Let's wrap there unless anyone else has something on their heart. I like this Jimmy talk. I think the New Orleans is something to watch out for. Because I think a healthy CJ and Brandon in Miami is nothing to play with.
I see now. Nomad was one of the.
That money don't work though.
I was crazy.
One or the other.
I see.
It don't work.
You know what?
One or the other. Can't be both.
Okay, I think for Brandon that works.
Brandon, that's a good trade.
You put Brandon Ingram on Miami. Ooh boy.
I feel like I've seen that in 2K before.
Oh boy, that's
Miami's a great.
Hey, Knicks fans. Does that? I'm not saying do you think you won't win the chip. I'm saying, do you feel like that's if you had to face a Heat team with Brandon Ingram, does that feel like? Let me put it this way: do you feel like that takes you 7? I know you think you're gonna win. Do you think that is a team that could take you 7?
No.
You think you get rid of them in how many games?
I guess who?
I mean,
Miami with Ingram.
Right now, the Knicks are fraud, so I don't even want
the Knicks. I know that you think you would win it, but how many games do you think a Miami Heat with Brandon Ingram takes you?
2 games. I think they win 2, exclusively 2.
So you think it goes to 5 or 6?
6.
You don't think they can take you to 7?
No.
The thing with Brandon Ingram is he as nice as he used to be?
I think so.
I
think buy-in matters, bro. I think everyone in New Orleans for the last 3 seasons has known. Because think about it, the last time the New Orleans thought they really could do something, look at how they looked, but they just didn't have Zion. Mm-hmm. That year that they gave the Suns a scare, they really thought they were nice, and it showed. Then the Zion struggles really started to lock in, where he was going back and forth with the front office, and then he was getting hurt, then Ingram was getting hurt, then CJ was getting hurt. They haven't been bought in down there in 2.5 years, and I think that shows in their play. So I think you get a bought in Brandon Ingram, that's a 30-point guy in the playoffs on good percentage.
It's possible.
Next to Tyler Hero, who is finally figured out how to be a true combo guard. And
I'll give you this. It's intriguing because I always felt like, I always thought that Brandon Ingram did not fit well on the Pelicans.
Nope.
Now that he would be on the Heat with more spacing and shooters, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Is he still as nice as he was when he just got to the Pelicans, though?
I think so. I think he's better.
He's much bigger.
I think he's better.
Yeah. Do y'all think Jimmy screwed himself?
Yes.
I don't want to
100%.
No, I think Miami screwed him. I think Miami screwed him.
Because I was just thinking that I like that trade. I like Brandon going to Miami, but I just tried it out. You can't even do it. New Orleans is hard capped, so it means they got to match the salary exactly without aggregating players, and there's nobody who got the same exact salary as Jimmy Butler. So he kind of screwed. I don't know what.
So you think it's impossible to trade him?
Yeah, unless it's a 3-4 player trade, but then that makes it even harder. It can't be straight up. It has to be. I mean, not player. It has to be 3-4 team trade, which makes it even more difficult. But it's impossible to trade him straight up to the Pelicans. 2-team trade. He kind of screwed. It's a very tough situation. He might have to stay in Miami, bro.
Hold on, we got some. I just pulled up some mock trades that apparently work.
With
Phoenix, and with help from the Rockets, so the Heat would get back Fred VanVleet and someone that doesn't matter. The Suns would get Jimmy Butler, and the Rockets would get Bradley Beal.
That's not screwing Jimmy though. I'll tell you that much.
No, I know. I'm just saying he brought up an interesting point about it not working. I want to see. Yeah. I want to see some trades that do work and what it looks like.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the Rockets get a 1st-round pick. So the Rockets get Bradley Beal, a 1st-round pick. The Heat get VanVleet. The Suns get Jimmy Butler. That works very well for the Suns and Rockets. It's terrible for the Heat.
Yeah, exactly. Pat Riley would be like, "Fuck out of here." Pat Riley would be like,
Fred. I mean, actually, it's not that bad. I mean, you get off the Jimmy Butler contract, and you get a starting point guard back to stabilize. Fred VanVleet has played very well next to Jalen Green, so he could play well next to Tyler Hero.
Him and Tyler Hero would actually probably.
That's not bad. That's
But then
not
you also
bad.
got Terry Rozier. You can bring Terry off the bench, I guess.
Terry's got to come up.
I like Bradley Beal with Houston, actually.
I don't.
That's not bad.
Is Bradley playing the point guard?
No, Jalen Green plays the point guard.
I thought he played shooting guard.
Because they have Fred VanVleet, but I think
free Bradley Beal, man.
I think he would naturally slide to one to be next to Bradley Beal. I kind of like that. That's kind of like John Wall and Bradley Beal all over again.
Actually, low key.
That's kind of like John Wall and Bradley Beal all over again. I like that actually.
Except Jalen Green's a better shooter. That actually might be good.
I like that. I think I like that for all three teams a lot.
Really,
but Jimmy Butler and the Phoenix Suns are not doing that.
I don't know.
I like that a lot. The more I think about it, the more I'm like that makes a lot of sense.
So just to say the players that are going to which destination in this mock trade?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing that if I'm Rockets.
It's Heat get Fred VanVleet and someone that doesn't matter. The Suns get Jimmy Butler, and the Rockets get Bradley Beal and a first-round pick.
Yeah, I like that.
That works very well.
Get that done.
Not what I want to happen. I want to see him in it.
I would get that done. Yeah, if I was Pat, I'd get that done.
Where are the Rockets right now in the seeding?
They're number 3.
I don't know if they do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Bradley Beal for Fred?
Yeah, I don't know if they do it.
They're rolling. Might mess up the chemistry they got going on because they're right on.
Actually, as of today, they're second. I think that's the kind of move that puts you over because in the playoffs, you're gonna need a Brad. You're gonna need a Brad in the playoffs. But y'all acting like Bradley Beal can't be an efficient off-ball scorer. We've seen it before.
We have.
Fred VanVleet can
not as young as he used to be. He's an improvement from Fred. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he's enough to take them.
And moving Fred puts the ball in Jalen Green's hand more. Actually,
does that take away from Sengun?
I don't think so. I think Ime can figure it out. Don't forget, Ime coached the Celtics to the finals, so he made it work with Tatum and Brown. So he knows how to work it out.
Shout out Ime Udoka. The Celtics, y'all some bums.
I can't shout that man out. I don't know. We should put a poll up on IG story if you like that. That trade makes a lot of sense for
that actually works out a lot.
If it happens, you heard it here first on Fast Breaks.
I mean, I gotta jack. Who wrote this article? I didn't
Riley.
Shout out Sam Quinn at CBS because he definitely sat down with the trade machine and figured out this. That works. All right, y'all want to hear another one?
Yeah, give us another one.
It's the same one. He still goes to Phoenix, but instead of Houston helping, Detroit helps. So the Heat get Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway Jr.
That's what I was thinking.
And the Suns get Jimmy Butler, and the Pistons get Bradley Beal in a first-round pick. That's bad for the Pistons.
I like
that one. I feel like that is like a neutral move for the Pistons. Like it doesn't do anything.
I was just about to say.
I like it, but it's a lateral move. I like
it just doesn't do anything for them. But it's better for is it better for the Heat? Would I rather Fred VanVleet come back or Tobias Harris and Tim Hardaway?
Ooh, because Tim Hardaway gives him shooting off the bench and he can find a shot again.
And Tobias Harris gives you like what basically you were hoping from like lack of Jimmy. Yeah.
For Jimmy Butler to be replaced by Tobias.
I mean, it gives you better length and size.
Again.
It gives you better length. It gives you better length and size.
Tobias over me? Come on. Let's see it happen again.
Yeah, I think I like that trade better than the Rockets one.
I like it. I like it for the Heat better, but I think the Pistons. It's a nothing. It's a net zero trade, so it's not as good as of an overall trade to me. I feel like all the three teams benefit with the Rockets. I feel like right now it's a little bit better for the Heat, but the Pistons, like, you do that for what? And it's bad salary wise for the Pistons. I think.
Let's go.
That's a fact. Also, don't forget Bradley Beal has a no trade clause, so he's not going to Detroit. I promise you that.
That's a fact.
I think he would sign off on Houston, though. I really do.
No, I think it works for him.
That would be hard. Okay, Here's another one. It's Heat, Bucks, Pistons. The Heat. Ooh, God, no way they do this. The Heat get Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, a first round pick, and a nobody. The Bucks get Jimmy, and the Pistons get Pat Connaughton, a second round pick, and a first round swap with the Bucks or Trailblazers. So who do the Pistons give up? Who do the Pistons give? The Pistons give up nothing.
So all the Bucks got is Jimmy, Dame, and
they lose Chris
Middleton.
Giannis.
And they lose Middleton and Portis.
Nah, that's too big.
Yeah, I don't see it.
The price too big.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
All that.
And I don't know the Pistons do this just to give up a nobody and get picks and Pat Connaughton back. Like, what are we doing that for? I mean, and I also don't love that for the Heat. Middleton and Portis. What does that really do for you?
Nothing.
We playing Portis next to Bam?
And also, Giannis is not letting Middleton get traded at all.
I don't know if that's true at all.
I 100% know that's not.
I don't know that that's true at all.
That's his friend, bro. He's not. I mean,
after Steph let the Warriors let Clay walk, I believe anything is possible.
But that was different. Steph
doing
his damnedest. Steph, that's Clay walking away, not getting traded.
No, not true. If Steph
goes
in that offices and tell them to pay him that money, he gets paid that money. Let's keep it above. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If Steph tells them to pay that man that money, that man gets paid that money, or we hear about it. Or we hear Steph saying, I would have really loved to see him stay. I would have really loved to see him get that deal done. He was quiet.
You're probably right. But I'm saying, listen.
There is a straight up trade that works, Alan.
A two team?
Yeah, it's with Memphis.
Oh yeah, that's what I said before. But
Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, and 2 first round picks. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But it's not Desmond Mason.
Wait, say that again?
The Heat would get Marcus Smart, Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, and 2 first round picks.
That works.
I like that one. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I like that one.
That would scare me. That would scare me. If you could roll out a lineup of Ja, Bane, Butler, what's that 4 they have that can shoot? No, the four that they play.
Oh, GG.
Because does Edie start? Edie doesn't start yet, does he?
GG Jackson.
Oh, do they start GG? They do, but they usually start him at 3. You think they would push him to 4?
I mean, they got JJ Jason.
He's the 5, unless Edie starts, and I'm bugging. I don't think Edie starts.
He's the 5 now.
Yeah, I don't think Edie starts, bro.
That's crazy. I don't like that.
I think Edie does start actually.
Aldama's their 4.
Oh,
I think Edie started a couple games at least. Maybe
what's what these teams put in 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 9 players at the center?
It's the NBA, brother.
It's the NBA. Come on.
That's not going to work in the finals, in the playoffs.
Let me see who they started. In their last game against Houston, they started. Oh, they did start Edie. They did. They went Ja. They went Ja Bane. They went Ja Bane, Jalen Wells, JJJ, and Edie. So you swap out. So you go Ja Bane, Jimmy, JJJ, Edie. I don't want to see that.
I think that coach does it by matchup.
I just don't. If that's a 5 that can be on the floor, I don't want to see that at all.
Let me say this: if Jimmy gets his 3-point shooting up, any team he goes to is going to be incredibly improved.
I don't know about incredibly. The teams we were talking about earlier, nothing's happening. Washington, Toronto, nothing's happening. Portland, nothing's happening.
If he gets his 3-point shooting up,
nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. That man is not Superman. Stop it.
This is some Jimmy Butler hate.
It's not.
It's really not.
Jimmy, go to Memphis, bro. What are you doing?
No, please don't.
Go to San Antonio.
Riley's decision.
I mean, I don't like. I mean, the 2 first-round picks is nice, and you get Luke Kennard, who would fit in perfectly in Miami. Brandon Clark is a nothing. I guess you put Marcus Smart next to Tyler Hero. It's not bad. It's not bad. That's not a bad move. I still think the bet. Is that better than the? So I think the top 2 trades are that one, and the one with Houston and Phoenix. Which of those is the best for Miami? Getting Fred VanVleet back or getting Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Brandon Clark, and 2 first-round picks?
Getting Fred VanVleet because they need a point guard.
No, I disagree. I think the latter.
Nah, the Memphis trade is probably just because of the picks.
The pick, yeah.
Picks probably work
First-round
out a
picks.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
gonna-
And
get
Luke
some
Kennard.
shooting.
Luke Kennard,
Yeah.
Marcus
Luke
Smart,
Kennard is
2
good.
picks. Yeah, that
Yeah,
That worked out
probably.
great for them, actually.
The first-round pick is this draft, too.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Do that.
Ooh, no, that take it back. That's different. That changes.
Do that because especially because
It's gonna, no, that's
Miami-
bad. It's going to be trash.
but the problem is they
Here?
can't they don't
If
they
the Grizzlies
if they're
get
bad
Jimmy,
enough,
if the Grizzlies get Jimmy, the Grizzlies are currently what, 3rd in the East right now? If the Grizzlies get Jimmy, that draft pick isn't going to be nothing.
yeah, but
That's
if
gonna
they're
be like
bad
that's
enough,
gonna be like pick 27.
if Miami's bad enough, they're not gonna have no pick at all. They don't own their pick unless it's outside.
Okay,
top 15.
so you're thinking is at least we get a first-round pick, we
At
can
least
get
we
someone
get a
late in the
first round.
draft. They're pretty good at getting late
Yeah.
in the draft,
Yeah.
studs anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
By,
so
by the way, if their pick is like in the lottery, it goes to OKC.
Oh. And OKC gets better.
all right, I'm done with OKC with picks though now. Like you got them, you got the guys. Let them grow.
Bro.
Trade some of these picks and get a veteran like star to help raise these guys.
Like Jimmy Butler? No, Jimmy Butler will ruin everything. over there.
ruin that franchise.
Absolutely.
Absolutely ruin that franchise. Who? All right, this is our last hypothetical. So we like the Grizzlies trade. I personally rather see the Phoenix trade because I don't. Houston we would have to deal with anyway, so I'm not worried about them getting Bradley Beal. And Phoenix with Jimmy, I still think we can beat them. Memphis with Jimmy, I don't. That's
upset up.
Memphis with Jimmy is a different fit.
yeah. I don't want to
Right.
see that at all.
Why the Suns this bad? They got Kevin Durant on their team, man.
They
Not
have no
good,
chemistry.
bro. They're not. It's not chemistry, bro. Their roster is not good.
Their roster is kind of whack.
Man, they're supposed to be better than with Kevin Durant.
No, they're not, bro. Their roster is not good,
Who's on this team? Oh,
You got Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant. It's supposed to be better than that. I don't
bro.
know.
Top heavy teams.
That owner
aren't
came in
good.
and messed up everything.
Yeah,
top-
but
Top heavy teams are not good, bro. All right, here's the roster: Royce
not.
O'Neal.
Royce
Ryan
O'Neal's
Dunn.
good.
He's a good starting 3-4, sure. He's not one of the best starting 3-4s. in the
No,
league,
he's
I'll
good.
tell you. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that. He's
right.
probably second tier starters.
yeah, he's all right.
He's not even a first tier starter. Royce O'Neal, Ryan. He's a great 7th man in your rotation.
7th is crazy.
No, but that's true.
No, think about it. If Royce O'Neal is your 7th player in your rotation, then you probably have a really good roster. If he's
That's
your
true.
starting 3 or 4,
No, I'm not convinced this is a bad roster, bro.
Ryan
Dunn.
Dunn, Booker, Okogie, Beal.
Okogie's good.
Again, he's the same thing, I think. He's a 2nd tier starter, would be really good if he's 7th or 8th on your rotation. Iguodaro, Grayson Allen, Damian Lee, Bol, Gillespie, Ty
Don't know
Washington,
Don't
Jalen
know
Bridges, Nurkic, Tyus
All right.
Jones, Plumlee, Monte Morris, KD. That's not a good team.
They got some all right picks
No,
over there.
Yeah,
that's
they
not
do.
a
They're
good
supposed to be
team.
better than this. man.
Monte
That's
Morris
not a
is
good team.
Mason Plumlee.
What's their record right now? They're not even good.
They're bad.
It's not a good team.
That's supposed to be at least decent, man.
No, that's
Please.
not a,
This
that's
is a
not a
7
good team.
seed team. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not a good team at all, bro. Whose names are you seeing outside the superstars that tell you that's a good team? Like who's
Grayson Allen.
okay?
Grayson
Hold on. He's a great shooter in the league. Cone.
That's fast.
So he shouldn't be your starter, but he's your starter.
Okay, Damon Lee is good. He's a good shooter.
He don't play.
Ah,
Monte Morris is good.
Yes,
Stop
he is.
it.
No,
Stop
he
it.
is.
Monte Morris is
I like
good.
Monte Morris.
Yeah, he
Monte
was.
Morris is good, man. Come
Wait,
on.
okay,
Lord.
what if what's his natural position that he should be playing?
Point guard, probably.
Does he?
No.
Exactly. Keep going.
No.
Keep going. So you
Mason
got a point
Plumlee.
guard coming off to be your Lou Will guy. So keep
Wait,
going.
That's not him. Mason Plumlee. Tyus Jones is good.
Mason Plumlee is a great backup big, right?
Yes.
Cool. Keep going.
Yusuf Nurkic is trash.
Thank you. Keep going.
Nurkic is
Tyus
not
Jones
trash,
good.
Yes, he is. He's not good.
Mhm.
He's
You're
proven
right.
for many years you cannot win with him as your starting center. It's been proven time and time again.
I
He's
agree.
not good.
Dame made him look good. Dame made him look so good.
He's supposed to. He's all right offensively.
I'm so tired of this supposed to. They're not good. He's not good, and they're not good. I don't care about him supposed to be good, and they're supposed to be good. They're not good.
He
He's
can
not
score,
good.
man.
He's
He can
not
score better
good.
than most NBA
He's
centers.
not
That's a fact.
good, though.
I'm lying.
He's not
Wait.
good.
Which NBA centers can he score better than? Name them.
Most of them.
Name them.
Rudy.
That doesn't mean anything. Most NBA centers can't score. But that's why he's not good. Oh, we got a center that has a hook shot. So
let me tell you something. He's not better than the obvious ones. He's not better than Brook Lopez. He's not better than Wemby.
Yes, he has more scoring ability than the average center. That doesn't help you. For you to have an offensive center, for that to be a good thing, it has to be an all-star.
But the thing is, I don't know.
Him being able to give you 12 to 15 doesn't help you at all. Because why am I throwing it down to someone who's going to make 4 shots this game?
I'm not even sure if that's
I'm
true.
not giving it to you to do that. I'm not giving you steady post-ups where you're going to shoot 50%, right? That means if you're going to give me 12 points, I got to give you probably, let's say you shoot 50%. I got to give you 12 strictly post-up looks for you to make 6 of them. I'm not giving Nurkic 12 post-up looks in this offense. No. To do what?
No. And I'm sorry. He's not better
because why am I posting him up? Why am I posting Yusuf Nurkic up to get 12 points? I can get you can give me 12 points off lobs and drop-offs. I'm not posting you up.
Just looking at the West, he's not better than most of those guys. He's not better than most of the starting centers in the West. He's not better than Ted or Isaiah Hartenstein. He's not better than Sengun. He's not better than JJ Day.
Yeah, we got it. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a little bit more offensively talented than the average, but he's not good enough for me to.
I don't even think the average is true. I think he's better off than the bottom 6 teams. That's it.
All right, so then y'all agree with me that this roster is not good.
He's the ass.
This roster's bad. This is a bad roster.
It should be better than this one.
No, what?
He's on the same level. He's on the same level as Rudy Gobert.
They need that Tony
doesn't know how to
get their offense together so that they can try and outscore these teams, man. They have offense. They're supposed to be at least outscoring some of these teams.
They really don't.
They have Kevin Durant.
They got Kevin Durant, Bradley.
Shout out to
that's yeah, but you're the one who always talks about there's only so many shots. So yeah, Kevin Durant's getting your 30. On a given night, Devin might also get 30, but that's not happening every night. If both of them get 30, Bradley Beal isn't doing anything.
That's a fact.
And so if them two are getting 60 between them, they're not outscoring modern NBA teams. They're not even that good defensively to even keep up.
Wait, John.
And that's what's happening most nights.
Look at what
Devin and Kevin Durant are going off, and they're getting dusted.
That's a fact.
It doesn't matter because let me tell you something. Oklahoma City's staying together for the next 3 to 5 years, and the guy who's supposed to be the middle ground face until Wemby is ready to go is going to win.
Going back to the face, please, guys.
I'm just saying. We can end it here.
And
I don't know if we got anything else to add.
Y'all say I'm stubborn, and this man always going back to old conversations.
Everything's tied together, man. If you listen,
bro, they gave the Kings had 5 players in double digits. They let Kevin Huerter score 17 points and hit 5 threes, bro. The Suns suck. The Suns suck. Are you kidding me?
Kevin Huerter was another nice player to Hawks.
That's a fact.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. Okay, so the Kings. So Bradley Beal. Okay, so this is how what it looks like. Kevin Durant didn't play. All right, cool. Let me go to a game where he played. That's another thing. Kevin Durant been missing games this year quietly.
A lot.
Quietly missing a lot of games.
I don't blame him. He's like 35. His team is trash. I don't feel like playing tonight, but y'all got it.
All right, so last time three of them played, they snuck a win by 1 point over Dallas, and Dallas didn't have. Okay, no, everyone played. All right, so here's their winning formula by 1 point. Bradley Beal at 15 on terrible percentages. on god awful percentages. He had 15 points on 17 shots.
Yo,
who was this?
Bradley Beal.
He's Brad
Beal.
1 of 7 from 3, 6 of 17 overall from the field. Garbage. Kevin Durant didn't put his cape on. He showed up to just play solid basketball, which not talked about enough. That's what Kevin Durant does a lot. That man will put his cape in the closet and say, listen, I'm going to come out here and be an efficient, solid basketball player. That's all you're getting from me. 26 points, made all his free throws, 3 of 6 from 3, 8 of 14 from the field. So you're talking about they have Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant ain't going out there to be prime KD every night. He's going to come out there and be good.
Hold on, can I add one
fact.
thing? Quiet as kept. The reason Kevin Durant is asking for Jimmy Butler to come to Phoenix Suns is because Kevin Durant's trying to get out of the Phoenix Suns.
Hey, we all know Kevin Durant has given up carrying almost a decade ago.
That's a fact.
That man is not going out there to carry. He wants to go out there and shoot 14 times, make most of his shots, give you 26 points, and hope everyone else does the same. and hope everybody else does the same thing.
And let me tell you something.
Oh, y'all didn't go 8 of 14? What's good with y'all? Sir, why didn't you shoot 25 times?
Remember, he was comfortable letting Russ get all the hate, just chilling in the corner, just being like, hey, man.
And now he's infecting Devin Booker. He's infecting Devin Booker to do the same thing because Devin Booker had 13 points and he shot 13 times. Devin, shoot the ball.
How many assists he had?
Shoot 12.
Oh, there you go.
I don't care, though. He was a negative 17. He had the lowest plus minus of the whole team. So you were out there diming, and while you were diming, we were losing.
Do your job.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You out here getting dimed. Matter of fact, you know what? I just need to turn that. I'm taking that criticism. I'm going to take that back to myself in 2K. I'm out there diming while we're out there losing. I'm gonna take my own advice.
We're not losing.
I'm gonna take my own advice.
We're not losing because you're diming. There's a different story. Are we trash? Hold on. We're not losing because you're diming. Our defense is garbage.
That was all for me to promo to say tune in to our 2K streams. Maybe I should stop diming and shoot the basketball.
Dang.
Hold on.
Because this man had 12 dimes and was negative 17.
Hold on.
While you're out here passing.
Follow us on Discord.
We are down by 12.
Follow us on Discord, Fastbreakspodcast.
Yo, they walk up to him like, yo, good pass.
On Twitch, not Discord.
I mean, my fault, Twitch.
Disgusting Discord.
We're about to be on right now.
Yo, that's so funny, bro. While you're out there diming, we're
losing, bro. You're trash.
Yo, good pass, but please shoot the ball. We're down 15. Yo, why is that cracking me up?
I'm trying to empower my teammates.
Yo, that is cracking me up, bro. Oh my god. I've never seen a stat line like that, bro. Double with 12 assists and had the worst plus minus.
That's crazy.
Yo, how do you approach a player like that if you're a coach after? How do you all y'all give me your pitch. I'm gonna go to the coach last. Dre, give me a pitch.
Bro,
how do you come tell me I had 13 and 12? I thought I was playing good team basketball and I was negative 17. What do you tell me as a coach?
Big bro. Listen, worry about dimes. You're trying to make a dollar. You gotta shoot the ball, bro. You gotta shoot the ball, bro.
Listen, son, you gotta play your game. You gotta play your game.
Wait, I'm gonna go. Paul, finish your. Dre, finish your pitch.
Listen, you're worried about dimes. We're trying to make a dollar. Shoot the damn ball, man. Come on, man.
Oh, how long you took you to think of that? Oh no,
you're corny as hell. All right, Alan. Yo, coach, you want to talk to me?
Listen, son, you gotta play your game. We all gotta want to play. Play your game, and that's
play your game.
You better get it after that.
All right, the illustrious Coach Paul. Coach, you want to talk to me?
Listen, son. I'm trying to keep my job. You are too nice to be passionate. These guys are not better than you. I need you to get 30 every night.
Coach, they call me a ball hog, though. In the media, they call me a ball hog.
Who cares? Are you trying to win or not? These guys are not getting it done. Stop passing to them so much.
Yo, Paul, you almost made me break my glasses, bro. That was crazy.
I keep my job. You saw what they did to what's my coach's name?
Yo, man said I'm trying to keep my job, please.
Monty?
Mike Brown.
No, you saw what they did to Mike Brown? We're worse than they were.
Yo.
All right, wait. Someone asked me. Let me do my impression. Someone asked me.
Hey, yo, young man, listen. I'll be the coach, man. Come on.
No, let me someone be Devin and I'll be.
I'll be Devin. I'm Devin. What up, Coach? What's going on?
The last thing we do until then we off this.
What up, Coach?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. I gotta get in character.
Yo.
Wait. Give me a second. Hold on.
You need a clipboard.
Right.
Hey, Coach, you good, bro? What's good? What's going on?
All right, ready? So, all right, you just walked into my office.
Yo, Coach, what's up? I heard you wanted to talk. What's up? Why are you taking your glasses off, Coach?
Be legendary.
I'm asking for
That's,
a trade.
hold on. No, just let me cook. Let me cook.
You don't respect your coach talking over him like that.
Yeah. So ask me again. You walked in, right?
I'm me. Hey, Coach, you see them dimes that we throwing?
Devin. What do you write on your shoes every game?
Be legendary.
Be legendary. That's a good quote. Who said that?
Jesus. Let me stop.
Who said? All right, Drake can't be the player. Paul, be Devin because Drake playing too much. Paul, be Devin.
What's going on, Coach?
Devin, do me a favor. Read. This is your shoe, right?
Yes.
Read for me what that says right there.
Be legendary.
Be legendary. You looked at the stat sheet tonight?
Nah, I know. I got some dimes though.
Yes, 12 dimes. That was good.
Yeah,
you were out there passing for sure. 13 shots.
All right.
Do you think 13 shots is legendary?
Nah,
you were a minus 17, son. You were a minus 17, son. While you were out there passing, we were losing. Who said be legendary? Where'd you get that quote from? Kobe Bryant. Do you think Kobe Bean Bryant would have thought 13 shots was legendary? Why did we draft you, Devin?
Well, you didn't draft me.
What position did I said we? What position did you play in college? Did you play point guard?
Nah.
Did we draft you to pass the ball, Devin?
Nah.
Did you think you had NBA assist level talent when you were a kid?
I thought I could do it all. Actually.
What was your strength, son?
Scoring, but
scoring the basketball. You like your career, right? You want to keep going in your career?
Wait,
I like my career. I like mine. I would like to keep mine. Would you like to keep yours?
Wait, what you trying to say?
Shoot the ball. Do what we pay you to do. You think we paid you that much money to let other people take care of their responsibilities? I know you and Chris Paul had a great time. I get that he rubbed off on you a little bit. I'm not asking you to be Chris. You see what Chris's career looks like?
Hey,
that's what you get when you pass the ball. You end up like Chris. You want a rainbow of jerseys? You want a mosaic of jerseys when you retire? Or do you want to retire in Phoenix with some chips? Shoot the ball. Get out of my face.
KD in the corner, like, how'd I do, Coach?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna have a talk with the GM.
No, if KD's in the corner, I'm gonna sound like Mark Phillips from RDC Dreams. KD, we need help.
This coach trying to lose his job. He don't understand. I run this.
Ever, KD. You're one of the best players ever, KD. 12 shots.
12 shots.
But coach, I made 8.
I was efficient.
Exactly. Coach. Why did you keep going? Why did you stop? What in your mind said I should chill out?
It's fucking hot.
Coach, I was hooping.
I know. Why'd you stop? Keep going.
Matter of fact, Coach,
where
my hairbrush at? I'm not trying to hear all this right now. Where my hairbrush at, bro? I'm not trying to hear none of this, man.
Nah, that coach
Did you get tired? Did you get tired, KD?
he go on his Twitter. He go on his burner. Or what's up, man? Someone need to fire Coach Bud.
Listen, man.
Yo, he would do that. That's what.
Yo,
right.
High key, my high school teammates who I've started running with again. We high key. The craziest thing I ever seen. It wasn't that like that, but it was like there was one game where our best player when I was a junior, where that happened. Our coach kicked out kicked our best player out of practice because he didn't shoot a shot during a scrimmage. Like we were running the scrimmage and we were running the scrimmage and he was trying to up. Our coach low key was like on 3-pointers before everyone. He was having us play motion offense, and that's why we were nice, high key, even though we had different feelings about him. But he was trying to. Our best player was a Melo fan, so that man loved to pump fake the three and take a one dribble right inside the 3-pointer line pull up, which at the time in like 2010 was like not a crazy idea, but our coach like knew like why, why are you doing? Just you're the best 3-point shooter on our team. Please shoot the three. So we were playing a scrimmage and he came down. He came down and like hesied, but like no one was in front of him because like we got to a point where like we knew like you're gonna dribble to me, like I'm gonna wait right here at the foul line for you to pull up and put my hand up. Like so he would hesitate the three and then dribble and then take the contested pull up. Our coach blew the whistle and was like, yo, Ethan, when you come straight down, like that pull up three, if they're backing up, like that's a good shot for you. I want to see you take that, like take that shot. And then he kind of had an attitude like, yo, but like the mid range is a higher percentage, like like it's an easier shot. He's like, no, but like we need bro. He's like, yo, but the coach is like, yo, but we like that 3-pointer is a good shot for us. Like we need that shot. He said, all right, like I mean, whatever. 5 minutes go by. Same exact play down the sideline. Comes down, he swings it. Can't be mad at that. Swings it to me. I pass it right back to him on some Melo, on some LeBron D-Lo, like when he made the face, like,
yeah.
He comes down, swings to me. I'm like, brother, like, pass it right back to him. No one on him. One dribble.
Oh my God!
Coach blew the whistle, threw the whistle on the ground, snapped the chalk, the dry ice board, and he said, "Get out." Get out. You don't want to play. You don't want to play today. You don't want to shoot the ball. If you don't want to play, you don't want to shoot the ball today, then get out of my practice.
He had a trainer, didn't he?
Of course.
Yeah, he trained. That was muscle memory. That's all it was. He's not thinking the game. He was just
get out.
Bro, the flabbergastedness that we all had watching our best player and leading scorer walk out of practice. And the thing is, my young mind, I was tight because I was like, so he gets yelled at for not shooting. I take one little crossover pull up and I'm subbed out. But you're gonna throw him out for discretion and discernment.
That's crazy. That's so
we were like, if this is the most neck we've ever seen in our lives. All right, man. We've had our fun. I hope you had you all out there were entertained by all the hypotheticals and scenarios and impressions we did. This has been a good episode. We found a way to get to 2 hours once again. How do we do it? How are we so good to keep giving you this content when there's nothing to talk about? Who knows? It's because we're stand-up professionals and we're an ensemble and this is what we do. This is Fast Breaks. We out. Peace. Light it up!
Come on. It's Fast Breaks. Listen. We back with another one.
Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Dre, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the outlet.